There we go. Okay, welcome back. We are continuing our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea campaign. This is session 24, I believe. It is... Oh. YouTube is giving me an error. Nope. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. We're not worried about it. We might have a little bit of bad stream for a second. It is actually the... You guys ready? The 6th day of the 8th month of the 8th year. It's actually, I guess, the morning-ish time. You have successfully done some reconnaissance on this manor house that seems to be being staked out by some mountain apes, some large ape humanoids that have taken residence in a couple of the outer towers. The rest of the manor has been kind of bricked in or boarded over on the windows. You did not circle around to the front, so you're not sure necessarily about the front door, but as far as everything you could see, there is a moderate breeze. It is 40 degrees, and there is not a cloud in the sky. So, now that we've done the weather report, let's go through. We can, you guys can intro your characters and let us know what's happening. I'm going to start up at the top here. Go ahead, Nikki, tell us about Panesta and all that's been happening or will happen.
Panesta, the bard, she did some reconnaissance with Brighild last session, where they discovered that there was really no way into this manor. The windows are all boarded or bricked up. So they had a discussion with the rest of the party about perhaps setting some things on fire, creating a distraction that way, but in the end, Panesta offered to perhaps go invisible and try to sneak around to the front of the building without the ape seeing, to see if the Picts, who are supposed to be in this manor, are still in there and what's going on. So she is thinking about this plan at the current moment, and that's Panesta.
Excellent. All right, so let's have Tony tell us about your character and what's going on with Brighild.
I am playing Brighild the Imposing, the Chimeri Celt Warlock. She's basically just running through her mind about how they're best going to get into this old manor house. And it mentioned the last time of Panesta going and using one of her abilities and things to maybe approach and scout it out invisible. Now she thinks that's a great idea. So she's just kind of waiting on to see how Panesta's going to do with that and what all she will find out, and hopefully find them a somewhat easy entrance to get into the manor house to see what awaits. And that is Brighild the Warlock.
Excellent. Crystal, tell us about Ven, the warrior, and what's going on with him.
Ven's like an ex-soldier, seen a few too many things, likes to drink away his memories, and is here to get some gold and kill some dogmen. That's Ven.
And you're all out of bubblegum. Too young to ever get that reference, I guess. All right, so finally, last but not least, Rush. Yeah.
I definitely got it. I am playing Oltan, cleric of Yunde, who is after resting up in Chromarium, has been charged by his own temple because of some odd thunder that's been happening in the north with no explanation and no storm. And traveling north, they've come across this man and his picked friend and learned of this manor, and so the church wants him to figure out what's going on, and he thinks that this could be either the answer or at least a clue to the answer. So here he is in support of his of his friends, and right now he's just kind of hanging back, watching the warrior types of the group figure out how to get in this place, not wanting to make a fool of himself, and so he patiently awaits with some kind of wild dogs whining in the background. He patiently waits, and that will be Ultan.
Excellent. Right, Vril is the priest with who you had saved. He is kind of tasked, or he tasked himself, anyways, with returning the body of Olgir, the picked back to this area, to bring him back to his people, basically. And you all have chosen to help, very kindly of you. He is, of course, there with you. As it is the morning again, are people injured? Because he is a priest, and he would look to heal anybody if they were. I can't remember if anybody got healed up last time or not.
I'm back to normal, I think.
Okay. All right. He's just hanging out back with your Sam, I think was this guy's name, the mule herder. Watching all that's going on. The picked body's getting a little bit stinky, but these things happen when you're traveling through the. Luckily, it's pretty cold. Being only about 40 degrees, it's not too bad. So yeah, so what do you guys want to do? What is your plan? I'm assuming after you get some rest, because you were up most of the dark hours, but then you've rested, so it's like maybe like 11 or noonish. As you're kind of looking down, even from the distance, you can see that as far as you can tell, the 8 men seem to still be doing the same thing they were doing before. There is one of them who is relentlessly and without, as far as you can tell, taking any rest. He's been mixing up this giant cauldron. You have seen other of these. Well, they're mountain apes. Some other of these mountain apes kind of come and go from the two towers. And also from the kind of the entryway, the guardhouse, what do you want to call it? That's in the center. That would be number 2 on the map. So that there's several of these things around, plus the shamanistic one. So yeah, what is your plan? Gatehouse. That's what it's called.
I could do the invisibility spell now. I know I'd be invisible, but I don't know. Doing it in the dark just seems like so much better. Such a better idea than going down there in the middle of the day. What do you think, Brickhild?
Oh yeah, she would definitely be for you waiting until it gets dark to maneuver around.
Sure, the cover of night will cover things like footprints and stuff like that. So, as we're traveling quite a distance over open land. Yeah, I mean you can totally do that. You're just gonna hang out all day and basically wait. Officially the plan.
They're still looking towards the east, as far as we can tell.
Yeah, I mean that the of course the one that seems to be boiling the pot doesn't ever look anywhere, but in the opposite tower, the tower that's on the would be the top of the screen there, which is actually north. The men up there keep looking kind of off to the east.
Did we ever see any of them come to like the back of the manor house, like where the vines and stuff are growing?
No, in fact, as you're watching, you probably notice that it seems like when they do kind of move between the two towers and the gatehouse, that they do so in a I don't want to say stealthy, but we'll say careful manner. Like, in other words, you see that there's like rubble and stuff there. They kind of like when they come out of the gatehouse, you see them like duck and to kind of dodge and go between and stop like behind large chunks of the wall that's broken. So they don't like walk towards the main manor at all or go on the other side of that. yeah, they seem to be, I don't want to say fearful, but they seem to be avoiding whatever might be in the front of the manor house that you can't see, of course, because you've never been on that side of it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just proves more than ever that we need to see what's in front.
Okay. So you get to hang out. Let me see if let's see if you get attacked by any trolls or anything. Since you're hanging out and all. Everybody can roll a d6 for me.
2.
Okay.
You asked for everybody?
Yeah, everybody should roll.
I got a 1.
Oh, of course you did. How about Vanessa?
Yeah, I also got a 1.
Aha!
Fantastic.
So it can be her fault too.
Yeah, it's both of your faults. So, who wants to roll the D percentile there, Panesta or Olte?
You go ahead, Old Town. I have terrible luck
Okay.
with that percentile dice.
58.
58. Oh, okay. Interesting. That seems like an interesting thing to happen while you're hanging out. Go ahead and, well, I'll do it. Oh, that's not bad. Roll a d20 for me, Rush.
12.
Okay. You... Oh, okay. You're kind of, you've got a camp. Obviously, it's the daytime, and you're trying to stay low profile, so you probably don't have a fire or anything. But, and of course, you're awake, so it's not like you're going to be surprised probably by anything. But at least not in the mechanical sense. But you're there when suddenly you hear your donkeys or your mules rather start to like mules do. Is that a mule or is that a donkey? Either way, they make that sound.
Same thing.
Like there's danger, and as soon as you kind of turn to see what it might be, you see cresting the hill two. They're not right next to each other. One's kind of like off a little bit, so they're like kind of like coming up on either side of the donkeys. Quite large, some maybe 15-foot long-ish spiders. They seem to be seeing easy prey with these doggies that are tied up, and of course your donkey keeper is over there, Ven's cousin. So yeah, these things start to move up. So we will roll initiative because there's no surprise. I don't think in this case I'm not going to worry about that. But everybody should just kind of. I'm going to go through and say what does everybody want to do. Brickhill, what would you like to do when you see these spiders cresting the hill?
How far are they from us and our mules?
Okay, so we'll say I'm going to say they're pretty close. They're about 60 foot at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. From you guys because you're kind of here and the mules are there, so you're probably like 20-ish feet away from the mules and they're behind the mules. You see them a pretty good distance away. Yeah.
She'll start moving to the area of the mules, knowing that that's probably where they're headed. So she'll just start moving that way with her spear and her shield. If she can get up there enough to set her, kind of like sit against a spear charge, if they get to there first.
Okay, yeah, you could do that. I mean, you could do like phase 1, make your move, and then stop. And if they come towards you, you set.
All right.
That's what you're kind of planning. Okay, makes sense. Penesta?
Boomerang.
Okay, nice. Then?
Muted.
He's running away.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll just like. You said they're in a group?
There's two of them. They're kind of spread out. I would say they're probably maybe like 20, 30 feet apart. They're on either side of your mules.
And how far away are they?
About 60 feet, roughly.
Okay, I'll go ahead and missile this turn.
Okay. How about Voltan?
I'll move up with Brickhild because I have no ability to missile.
All right, fair enough.
I'll move up beside her to try and protect the mules.
Okay, sounds good. So So go ahead, Tony. I'm just going to start on your end. Roll initiative for the group.
All right.
The spiders got a 2.
I had a 2 also.
Ah, what is your
And
dexterity?
my dex is 12.
Oh, this might be the first time this has happened. The creature has a higher dexterity. I mean, they're spiders. So yeah, they're going to go first. I mean, they were heading towards the mules, so that's actually where they're going to go. So they're going first. They each move up on a mule, and yeah. Okay. So they each move up onto a mule and like kind of crest up over to it and bite into it, and the mule. Oh. It's not enough to kill the mule, but mules. But they are going to have to make a saving throw. 7. That's not going to be successful. Oh no. Okay, one of the mules seems to kind of like collapse a little bit, like like it loses its strength. So it's not dead because it's still like or whatever, but you can see it's still alive, but it kind of like drops to its side basically as the spider is obviously going to try to drag it away or whatever. But it is now your move. Missile goes first. So that's Benesta.
Yep. Okay. I'll throw my boomerang at the one trying to, or the trying to drag the mule away.
Okay.
Yep. That hit armor class 4.
That hits. Yeah, its armor class is
Okay.
5. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I had to look. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, 3 points. 3 points damage.
Okay. I mean, 3 points is better than no points. Okay. Yeah, so you whip the boomerang and it whacks off the spider. But, it doesn't seem to deter it from what it's doing because it's trying to leave anyways. How about Ben?
Then hits armor class 7.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Their AC is 5.
Wait, I get 2 shots.
Okay.
Second one hits armor class 6, so it still doesn't hit.
Okay, perfect. So you shoot past the spiders into this. It's at this point now it's chaos over there. The mules are kind of starting to sort around. Our 2 melee warriors run forward, but the spiders don't come towards you. You could opt to do something else a second phase, like if you wanted to, I don't know, do some yell at the spiders or something. But if not, we'll just go into the next round.
Yeah, next round's fine by me.
Okay, all right. So go ahead and let's roll initiative. They got a 1.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 1.
Wow. Good thing it's a hateful place. All right, so
I know.
all right. Once again, they have a better dex. So yeah, the one that bit the one mule that's kind of like like in like shock, it starts to drag it away. The other one hasn't taken down this mule yet, so it's going to attack it. Of course, your mueller he just ran. He's like, peace. Oh, that's a 19. Okay, hold on. Oh, wow. All right, this thing's rolling really low damage. I suppose I should see how many hit points a mule has, but it's only done like 6 points of damage against the mule so far. Let's see if this mule makes a saving throw. It does. This one's actually pretty. This mule is not going down. It's kicking, and it's the warrior mule. Okay, so I forgot to ask everybody what they were doing, but I'm assuming that you're doing the same things. It doesn't matter.
Melee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boomerang.
Yeah. Okay.
Missile.
Okay. Yeah. So Panessa's doing a missile. Go ahead.
Yep.
I get so excited about spiders.
No, that misses this time.
All right. Yeah. Boomerang misses and comes flying back to you. Then you're also doing a missile, I'm assuming. I probably shouldn't have assumed that, but
I am.
okay. Are you attacking the one that's dragging the mule away, or are you attacking the other one? By the way, just so I keep track.
Yeah, one that's trying to grab the mule is fine.
Okay,
I guess that was the one I would go for.
makes sense.
All right, I should hit both times that time. -1 and 3.
Yep.
And then let's see, D6 plus 1. 5 points of damage and 3 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you can see this thing start to, it's dragging the mule, and then it kind of like drops down a little bit, like you can see like one of its many legs is kind of like dragging now. It definitely seems to be hurt, and one of your arrows stuck right in one of the joints. So it's close enough if you want to run up there to melee. That's what I was assuming the other two are doing. But if that wasn't your plan, then just let me know what you want to do. Brickhild.
Yeah, she's going to run up there for spear and take her two spear attacks against the one that's, the spider that's dragging the mule away.
Okay.
And that one, are we using the critical deal?
Oh, right. We decided we were going to do that, right? Yes, we are.
And the other one will hit -2 armor class.
Okay, well, that definitely hits, but you might miss it or something based on your critical, so let's see that. That would suck to lose such a good thing, but, such is the nature of the critical. All right, sorry, let me pull this out. I get to set up a little automatic thing so it'll open up automatically next time. All right, so that's a D12 roll. So go ahead and make a D12 roll.
A D12?
Yep.
That's a 2.
2. Bad miss. An embarrassing attack attempt worthy of critical attack. Okay, but you're totally fine. All right, so the first one you stabbed the spear into the ground.
Yeah,
terribly.
It really pisses her off, so she grabs the spear out of the ground and makes up with it for the second attack, and it'll do 4 damage.
Okay. That hurts it, but it's still alive. How about Oltan?
I'm going to go after I guess we were supposed to declare which one we were attacking prior.
Well, I didn't ask you before, so no, you can totally tell me which one you're.
Well,
one basically. What everybody's been targeting this one that's dragging away the mule, but the other one that's fighting the mule has not been attacked yet.
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to go for because I want it to try and save the mule, get its attention so it doesn't keep attacking the mule.
Okay.
So I'm going to run up and try and smack it. Get my sheet here. Oh shit. Armor class 5.
That hits.
That does hit? Okay.
Yep, that's the AC.
A little
Right.
worried about that
Yep.
roll. D8 plus 1. For 8 points total.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this thing is like having a heck of a time fighting this mule, and you smack it really hard and shatter like in part of its skull, like right by one of its eyeballs. You know how it's all the weird eyes looking at you, and then they turn. Well, they probably don't turn because yeah, it makes that sound too. It's like. And yeah, that's the end of that round. So now I'll do it the right way. Gotta get back into the thing. Brickhild, what do you want to do this next round? You've got a spider in front of you that is quite injured and dragging off a mule.
Yep, she'll keep attacking that one.
Okay, Pinesta, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll throw the boomerang at that one.
The same one that Brickhold's attacking. Okay. How about Ven?
I will shoot at the one that I've already injured.
Okay, and Oltan?
Yeah, attack the same one.
Okay, fine. Go ahead, Tony, and roll initiative. Oh, the spider got a 1 again. Wow, that's a D6, isn't it? All right, I'm going to go first. So, Mr. goes first. Pinesta.
All right. At least she can hit something this time. That's better. Yes. Armor class 3.
That hits.
Ooh, nice. 5 points of damage.
Okay, that actually kills it. So, Ven, you notice, that the boomerang smashes a spider and it stops dead. If you want to change targets, you can, but you'll just have to go to the second phase.
That's fine.
I mean, you could also shoot the dead spider if you want to do it right now, but I'm assuming that's not what you want to do.
No,
Same is true for Brickhild. You'll have to move to the other spider if you want to do that, because this one's now dead.
Yeah, she's
So
actually going to try to, help the mule, recover the mule, and get it back to count. That's what she'll do.
Perfect. And, okay, so then Oltan, it's your turn.
All right. It's 15, so that's gonna. This one's gonna hit armor class 2
That hits.
for 3 points of damage total.
Wow, okay. Smack. Not quite as devastating as the first time.
Yeah.
Now the spider will get to go, and then Ben can shoot his arrows. So you look at the spider. The spider. I'm sorry. The mule. You're trying to help it up there, Brickhill. You can see it's got two like big like holes in it, basically where it was bit by the spider. And there's kind of this like green pus already starting to kind of blood's coming out, and also this green pus. And this spider turns towards Oltan and rolls a 10, which is probably not going to hit. I think it only gets one attack.
These 5.
Yeah. Okay. So it is 4 hit dice. A 10 hits. AC 6. Wow. AC 6. It just misses you.
By 1.
Yeah, by 1. Yeah, man. You just step out of the way in time where your armor, like, it crashes part of your armor, but not your flesh. And at that moment, Ven sees that there's an opening if he decides to shoot at the spider.
Yeah, I mean, of course. I will.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah, nice. One of those will hit AC 2, and the other hits AC -4.
Yeah,
and that'll be 4 points of damage, and then 7 points of damage.
all right. That is enough. Ow. Second arrow sinks deep into the spider, and its eyes are like.
I lose
it
it
drops.
for you.
Yeah, exactly. You did by a lot. Yeah. Yeah. It stops, and it's all's quiet at this moment. You know, you have that breath where you're looking around for any more spiders or whatever to come, and then it's all very quiet. Then you hear kind of like a shuffling sound, and you look, and it's you're a mule guy crawling out of the bush.
Sam, my cousin.
Yeah, save your cousin. Yeah.
The
mule. Oh, of course, to make it more sword and sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is basically paralyzed. You can't really get it to its feet. The mule that you're looking at, Breakhild. You know, you could drag it back. I mean, it didn't go very far. So I mean, if you just want to bring it back to where the other mules are, or you could just leave it where it is. It's probably like maybe only 10, 15 feet away from where it started. But you can see that it's like it's trying to move, and it just, it can't. It's basically paralyzed.
Oh yeah, she's going to drag it back and secure it with the wrist.
Okay, yeah. Of course, the other mules are a little freaked out that there's another mule, but it's fine. I mean, you have a mule handler, so they take care of it. In a while, I mean, I'm not going to bother the roll because it's not actually relevant. It does start to move again and eventually stands up. In your kind of check, I'm jumping ahead, then I'll jump back for a second, and you'll find that when it does, that you can see that this wound again. It seems to, even though it was only just happened, it already looks like it's like infected, basically. But before that happens, you notice as you're kind of looking at these spiders, which I'm assuming you want to do, that one of them seems to have what. I mean, it's a poor excuse for one, but it looks like it could be what you might consider a saddle on it.
Saddle.
Weird.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Daniel, could Vin, could he take a torch, light a torch up and use, get it real hot and use it to scorch the wound on the mule while it's still paralyzed?
Yeah, of course.
Would that help it at all? I mean, I guess he wouldn't know if it would help or not, but if he thinks it would.
Yeah. It would probably help if it'll make it stop bleeding, that's for sure. You could do that. I mean, I think that you would know that. I mean, you don't have a fire because smoke is something that can be seen, and there's basically people watching at the tower. But if you want to risk it,
I just want to I just want to light it long enough just so that it won't I don't want to do it for a long time. I just want to light it up just for a minute maybe, and then put it out, and then use it to sterilize the wound.
cauterize.
Yeah, you could totally do it. It's fine.
Okay. Well,
I mean, you're going to light a fire. There's going to be smoke, so there will be a chance, even if you only have it for a little bit. But yes.
okay.
100%
I mean, if
that'll
no
work.
one's going to stop him, that's what he's going to do because that's
Well, I
what
was
he
going to
thinks.
say, if
He
we know
should do.
that, Brighill would definitely suggest to him not to increase the fire because of it.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So are we able to
if we
tell?
lose a mule, I'm going to say it's yours.
Well, it's better to lose a mule than lose us.
Is it easy to be able to look at the wound and tell whether or not the poison is in, like you said, it's getting infected, but
Yeah.
sometimes those infections are just there at the surface. Can you like tell that the animal is under, I don't know how to word it, distress? Like is it like listening to his lungs or his heart by putting your head up there? Can you tell if he's getting worse, or is it? I mean, is that beyond our capability?
Yeah, unless you have some kind of a background that might let you do that, I'll say that you're not really going to be sure. First of all, it was paralyzed. So when you first put your head on there, it's not breathing very quickly, right?
Yeah.
Well, once it gets up, it is, but it's also very frightened. But let's say you wait a little bit. It doesn't seem to be showing any major signs of being sick, but these things can take a while.
Okay.
So I would say that unless you have some kind of background that says that you should be able to do that, I'm going to say you wouldn't, or maybe like a barbarian could do it or something. But I think that like an average PC is not going to know.
So I would suggest then to just use the clean water some of the clean water we've got, and just thoroughly clean the puncture site. And if anybody's got any kind of booze on them, they could pour that on there. I don't know if anybody brought any with them.
Ben probably does.
Ben's got
Brighill
booze.
has some.
Oh, Briggled. Briggled's got the good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I mean, I literally have talked about how I have a gill of like a flask of whiskey too.
Yeah, I didn't know how much, like if it was just like the little, the gentleman's thing, or if you had like a, but Old Town would suggest that the spirits, pouring spirits on it will kill or help kill any of the infection, and be much safer than fire. I'll hold him down if you want to give that a try. It probably hurt the animal a lot less too.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't want to waste Brighill's good stuff.
We don't have to use a lot. It doesn't take much. So yeah, I guess we'll try that and see if we
Okay.
can.
I mean, that'll probably be the last bit of my whiskey though. So
All right. Well, I mean, whoever feels the luckiest, go ahead and roll a d6.
all right, I'm doing it. So I guess I'll roll it.
I'll say it's his whiskey.
5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you pour this whiskey on, and you could see like the kind of this like what you could see was an incredibly fast growing infection. Seemed to kind of like it washes it off. It looks like for the most part, and you maybe see if it kind of starts to rebubble, and it's not bubbling up. It seems like you may have cleaned it pretty well. I mean, it's hard to really know right now, but at least it's not. It doesn't seem like it's getting any worse. I'll say that.
I have bandages as well, so I'll go ahead and bandage it once we feel like it's clean. I'll use my bandages on it.
Okay, fair enough. One thing I'll say, because you guys are spending a lot of time looking at this and everything, is that as you're looking at these, you cut this wound. You look at it and you like I've probably seen this before. And then the wind changes directions, and you smell kind of the rotting body of the Pict that's over on the side of the camp. And if you were to look at the wounds on the Pict and the wounds on the spider, they look similar.
Oh.
Not on the spider. I'm sorry, on the donkey.
I mean, we've done all we can, so let's continue on our way, and hopefully the donkey won't suffer the same fate.
While they're doing that, can I look at the saddle that's on the spider?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I know the spider is large, but the saddle itself, does it look like it's sized for a human or for something bigger?
That is a good question. It looks like it's probably about the size for a human. It's definitely not any bigger. If anything, it's a little smaller. Like probably maybe, it wouldn't fit like the tallest of because humans have a large range. So, it wouldn't have like fit like Uhtred or something who was like a big person, but like it would fit, most human size. Like an average human it would fit, but not a very big human.
All right.
Or a little bit smaller than average, I'd say.
Smaller than average.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you said it's not very well made?
Exactly. Like you definitely can tell it's a saddle, or meant to be a saddle, but it's like some like ragged cloth and like a little bit of leather, like kind of bunched together and like with rope strapped across it in a few spots, and then like some rope from there like lashed down underneath around like some of the legs of the spider or whatever. So it's almost just like a seat with like and you can see that there's not even any. There's like maybe like at one point maybe it's got torn off or something. You don't even see anything to hold on to, like to direct the spider. You just see basically what it was, more or less a seat.
Okay, so there's no bridle or anything that resembling a bridle or reins or anything like that.
That's correct, reins. That's the word.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you don't see anything like that. You just see this what was probably some kind of a saddle, and it's quite dirty, and it smells of urine. But that's not uncommon. You're out in the You're out in the wilderness. Everything smells of urine. It still smells better than the troll. That's for sure.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely some kind of a saddle, like a very rudimentary saddle. And yeah.
Do we know of anything in the wastelands that does this kind of thing?
No, I could say without even your roll, you wouldn't know about this because this is something a little bit weird. This is something a little bit weird. I mean, you know that there's legends of creatures that ride giant spiders and other various animals, wolves and stuff like that, but you've not heard of anything particularly in the wastelands about anybody riding giant spiders.
Curious. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to look at the manor and see if our little scuffle attracted any attention from the apes.
Yes. Finesse to the wise. They don't seem to be making any notice. Like they're not pointing in that direction or really even looking. Maybe when you look over there at first, you might think you see one looking in that direction, but then he kind of just turns back and looks to the east again. They seem to be really focused on the east, and on the manor itself, of course.
Well, I look at the rest and say, that's good that we didn't bring the apes down on us. What do you make of this saddle thing? Saddle thing, yeah.
Unsettling is the first word that comes to mind. What manner of man rides these creatures, these spiders, and why?
Didn't the priest that's with us, didn't he say something last time, or the pick had told him something about somebody riding spiders or creatures or something? I'm not completely lost.
I mean, that sounds reasonable. Maybe he did. Let me check. I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah.
They got attacked by spiders. Well, okay, yes, they were attacked by spiders and dogmen.
Dogmen.
Yes. That is a good question, though. Go ahead and roll a d6, Tony.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, if you ask him, he doesn't recall them riding the spiders per se, but they definitely were with spiders of similar type. So possibly they could ride him. He just didn't see it, you know.
All right.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Well, the saddle certainly stinks enough for dogmen. Brighild. Could possibly be. Going to have to keep an eye out as we try to get into this manor for more. Maybe it's what the 8 men are watching for.
Yes, maybe that is what they are expecting a battle with, is the dogman over this place.
Well, we'll have to make sure neither one of them get it.
Which direction? Excuse me. I'm sorry. Which direction did the spiders come from? Did they come? I know the 8 men were at the front of the manor, looking down that road like they were preparing for something. Did they come from that same direction?
No. Well, let me see. The spiders. I'm trying to look at Roll20 now, so I can show you where they came from. Well, I guess you're not really on the same spot. They came from kind of the southwest, so kind of almost the exact opposite direction as they're looking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. There goes that theory.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't mean they weren't.
Yeah. No, well,
But it's just likely. Yeah.
There goes the obvious part
Yeah.
of that theory. So.
Exactly. One must never discount any theory. All right, so that's all that happens with this. If you don't have anything else that you want to do with the spiders or the donkeys, we can proceed to when night falls.
Yeah.
What's everybody else doing when Penesta is going down there? So remember that I'm going to switch you over to the before we get here. I'll switch to the main map.
Pacing nervously.
Yeah, remember that you are almost a mile away, like not quite a mile, but you're like up by the river basically. So you're up there, right? So if Penesta were to move down, completely alone, she would certainly be quieter, but nobody getting to Penesta if something happens. So did you want to move closer, or are you just going to let Penesta do her thing? Here's a question, I guess.
Is there like cover, or is it all open?
I mean, it's hilly, so you can stay like down below ridges and stuff. That's how you got there the last time. It's not 100%. I mean, you'll definitely need to sneak to do it, but you could get closer, sure. I mean, not with the donkeys and stuff, but you can leave those, of course, with Sam. So that's why Sam's there.
Old Tan would say that he is. I am no fan of leaving Penesta to be sneaking around, invisible or not, this manor with us being a mile away and unable to help if she gets in trouble. That's just my personal feeling on the matter.
Yes, I agree with you.
Can't you like turn invisible?
Yeah, that's the plan. But what if someone can see me if they have a high enough sorcery something.
Any number of things. No plan survives first contact with the enemy.
Yeah, I mean it's Penesta, so you just never know.
Also that. What say you, Brighild?
Yes, we definitely should all move closer and find a point where we stay. And if Penesta returns without incident, she knows where we are. But yes, we definitely need to be closer in case it does go awry.
I would like to at least be able to see the manor house from a distance, even if it were a long distance.
I should also point out, because I'm sorry, I said this last time, I think, and I did mention it again, and it kind of goes against what I just said to Tony. Right around the manor house, like, but pretty close to it, so getting there is going to be a little trickier. There is a lot of vegetation, so you could get like, if you could get close enough, which would be like within a few, like, I guess I'm looking at the scale of the map to see. Oh, okay. So if if you got within like 100 feet of the house, you could actually hide in like bushes and stuff. But getting to the bushes is going to be something you'll have to sneak to do if you want to get that close. I guess that's my point. Or you could stay further out, but it'll be like crags and stuff. You wouldn't really have to roll for that per se because you're far enough away. So it kind of depends on how close you want to get.
Brighill would suggest staying further out as a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to do that without too much, especially at night. You wouldn't have too much trouble, staying below the ridgeline, and you've already been there once. So, yes, you guys move. I mean, it takes you a bit. It's a mile away, and you're going slowly. But you get, we'll say 500 yards away is about as close as you can get without having to cross any like open ground. Yeah, you're huddled down there. You look out and you can see that it's clear skies too. It's clear skies. It is. Oh, interesting. Wow. Okay. It's a new moon, so it's dark. It's very dark, even though it's clear skies. So that's probably good for you, I guess. Yeah. You can see Saturn in the sky, but, that's probably brighter than any of the moons at this point.
Okay.
So the whole of Hyperborea is kind of covered with this, like, weird, like, kind of orange, but with, like, a purple mix kind of glow off Saturn as it kind of lights up the barren landscape. And you can see out in front of you that kind of area of, like, lush vegetation that exists. And then once you get through it, you enter into, like, the main body of the ruined manor. And you're going to head up there invisible?
Yes.
Is that the plan?
That's the plan. I want to see what's in front.
Okay, so are you going to go just like you did last time? Like, do you want to go to the back and then stay close and circle around? Do you just want to, like, walk a wide circle around and then walk right up the front?
Looking at the map here.
Yeah, so.
I think the best idea is still to stay close to the manor house.
Okay.
Just in case. Just in case.
Of course.
And sneak around the front that way. Along the wall, past the vines. That way.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you're going to go down basically what would essentially be the south side of the house. Of course, all that back part's easy because once you're that close, I mean, even if you were invisible, nothing can really see you. I mean, you're being blocked by the house. But you kind of come out and, I'm assuming you're not going to walk through the vines because it'll be noisy. You want to make no sound, so.
Correct. I'm trying to use move silently as well because I know invisible doesn't have silence with it. So.
Okay, what's your move silent?
7 of 12.
Okay. Yeah, so you're the ground is mostly barren. There's this like grass, kind of spread out here and there, but you're able to walk pretty quietly around. Now, when you come around the bottom part, are you going to like circle around where the vines are and then go close to the house again, or are you going to stay close to that wall? Because like I imagine I'll just ping the map. Like you'll walk over here, right?
Right.
Oh, I can do this. Watch this. This is fancy. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I'm gonna try to be fancy. I'm probably not going to do it. Right? I'm gonna go. So you're like here. Do you want to just like boop 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 stand against the wall, or do you want to go like?
Yeah, the second was.
Okay.
Well, I'm invisible, so. And they're really not paying attention in the tower. They're still chanting, right, and stirring.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, they're looking more or less from what you could tell, they're looking like this way, toward the front, and then these guys up here are looking out that way. So I like making arrows. But nobody seems to be staring right where you are. But that doesn't mean they won't because they're already.
Right.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'll stick by the house.
Okay. Yeah, so you move along the the side of the house, kind of, just following the extent of it. When you get to about right here, you smell like terrible, like rotten smell, like rotten meat, but also like just rotten in general, almost like a swamp kind of smell.
Mm.
And then, as you continue to circle around to the front, you can see that probably by the time you're like over here and you can actually see the front of the house, out here, like kind of right near the steps, you see a very, very large wolf.
Oh.
Also, I guess from that position, you can probably see. You can see the actual doors, which are underneath cover, but you can see them right there. There's a double door, and they are closed. And you can see these doors here on the gatehouse and everything are all closed up as well.
The wolf, is he facing the doors or the entrance?
He's like just sitting on the porch, kind of laying around. Let's say I'll roll to see which direction his head is facing. 1. He's facing north, so he's facing, or she maybe. You didn't get close enough to tell. So the wolf was like facing this way. Well, up there, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So it's got its back to you, basically.
Right. Can I hear anything?
You can hear the shaman.
Okay.
Chanting. In their kind of foul ape, man ape, mountain ape, whatever they're called, tongue. He's like apes chant. I'm not actually sure what ape sound makes. Because it's kind of like a growling speech. It's not like they're just making noises. And otherwise, not really. It's very quiet. You don't hear any animals. You don't hear any birds or anything in this area. And probably as you're thinking about it at this point, you really haven't heard any since you kind of crossed that we'll call it a threshold from the woodsy area around to this kind of more dried husk of a landscape.
Does the smell seem to be coming more from the wolf herself, or from
No.
like the stew pot thing?
You think? Well, you know what? Roll d6 because it's probably not that easy to tell exactly where the smell is coming from.
Okay, I rolled a 1.
Okay, well, yeah. You've smelled some things before in life, so you know how to do it. It's coming from the wall, from inside the building. It's coming from the wall.
Coming from inside the building.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't smell it until you came right around that corner.
Okay.
And as you kind of circled around, even to this side, you can still smell that it's kind of coming from, probably like in here somewhere, because you first smelled it like over here.
Okay. Are there any apes coming or going from the gatehouse? I know you said there were about 5.
Yeah, I mean, if you wait a while, you will eventually see them move around. Yep.
Do they approach the wolf at all?
No, they do not. In fact, they do what I had mentioned earlier, the Brick Guild saw. They come out of the top tower there, 3, and they kind of like try to stay like, it looks like they're trying to be like hidden, like they run between the rocks basically until they get like under what could be considered cover, I guess, like back behind number 2, and then you can hear the sound, but you can't see them, of doors opening, and they seem to go into that building, and then you hear more sound, and then you would see another one come out, or maybe the same one, it's hard to tell, and go back. So, but they don't enter that front courtyard area, not at all.
Okay.
Oh, also, you can tell from here. You can also tell from here that these windows too in the front. I guess you can't see them because I don't think I revealed them. But in the front of the house, all the windows seem to be boarded up as well. So it's not just the back.
Okay, and I can't see if the front door has a bar across it or anything.
It doesn't appear to have any kind of a bar like holding something in. Because it would be on the inside if there was a bar on the door, right? Because it's going to hold things out.
True, right? Yeah, true.
I mean, normally. So, yeah, you don't see a bar on the door. So it doesn't look like whatever, you know. And also, I guess, I mean, probably relevant to that question is that, yeah, these windows are boarded up, but they're boarded up from the inside. I guess I didn't make that. I might not have made that clear before. So, like, you can tell that they're, like, you look and you can see the recess where the glass was or whatever, and then inside the building, there's wood. So it's not like somebody was on the outside and they boarded it up. They basically did it from the inside.
Right, right.
Yeah, except for the ones that are bricked. Yeah, some of them are bricked. I can't remember if 10 is or not. Let me see if this one's bricked or not. Most of them are boarded.
All right. Well, I guess I've seen what I can see. Then I know there's a wolf that the apes don't go near. You know I want to talk to it. But I can't.
Oh, you got some talk to the animal spell? I guess you just talk to it in general, I
No.
guess.
No, I don't. So, I'll go. Can I sneak all the way back around up to where that rubble is at number 24 and see what's up there?
Oh, sure. Do you want to go back around the back, or you want to walk across the front where the wolf is?
Yeah, back around the back.
Okay. I'm just asking.
I know.
Yeah, you 100% can do that. And that's 24, so I will tell you what 24 says, because I believe it should have a description. "24. Okay, so the stonework of the Meadows northwest quadrant, it has collapsed. It's been piled up in such a way to bar entry. So it looks like it collapsed down, but then somebody came back and restacked it. And you can actually see some pieces, even as you're kind of looking at it, that look like they came from the wall. So whatever collapsed this thing, they kind of rebuilt it by putting back on whatever stones they could. And then they also took chunks of the wall and like stacked it up there. So, I mean, there's like holes and cracks, but not enough that you could get through it.
All right.
Let's see. So you would know that it would take like, I mean, a person could move the rocks to get inside, but it would be a challenge. It would basically be mechanically it'd be an incredible feat of strength, extraordinary feat of strength.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it would probably attract a ton of attention as well, so I won't do that. Okay, I think I've seen what I can see then. Well, let me go up to the hang on. See if I can get a better to the corner there and just see if I can see the door better from the corner.
Okay.
I know the wolf's gonna be facing me, but I'm invisible still. So
Yeah, the wolf is
fingers crossed.
facing. Well, unless it moves, dogs move around. Actually, it's not facing. It's facing more like with its head kind of away from you. You are very lucky. Yeah. Let me see. The door you can see. It's let me get the exact description of the door, but it is basically okay. So wide marble steps ascend to the front entrance. Double doors of reinforced cedar, 10 foot tall, pointed at the top, and set with a ribbed Gothic arch. Each door has a knocker that is bronze, but of course it's all verdigris. It's all encrusted. It looks like it's the head of a saber-toothed tiger with the ring in its mouth. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's any kind of a, there's basically knockers, and then you just pull it open. You would imagine.
Okay. I think I will go back and tell the party that then. Unless yeah, I think I would go back and tell them what I found at this point. They need to know about this wolf because I don't know what it is. It could be. I don't think it's working with the 8 men, but I also don't know if it's a third party in all this. So.
Right. Fair enough. Give me 1 second. Let's see if the invisible seeing wolf sees you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, yeah, you head back. I just want to check something to make sure that I did want to make sure I gave you all the information. I guess I can give it to you if I see something that I forgot.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Nothing else that you can really see without further specific investigation. So yeah, I mean, getting back is not a problem. You know, you go back through. You're invisible. You go through the bushes, and the party is awaiting you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't drop invisibility yet, but I kind of psst, assuming that they know that's me. Guys, I did manage to discover something. The apes are watching a very large. He was a big wolf, wasn't it?
It was a big wolf, yeah.
Yeah. A very large wolf guarding the door to the manor. It seemed like it was anyway. It was on the steps, and the manor door itself does not appear to be boarded up or bricked up in any way. I couldn't get close enough till it was locked because of the wolf. But that is what they're looking for. Or looking at. So we have apes and a wolf before we can find out what's in there. Unless you want me to try to sneak past the wolf, which I have kind of an idea, but then once I get in the manor itself, I would be alone.
I think that's a good idea. Damn it.
Can you talk to animals, Ultund? Isn't your god an animal spirit?
They are, but I have not been gifted with such a blessing, unfortunately.
Did the wolf have any type of markings, or did it have a saddle on it?
Oh, did it?
No saddle.
No.
I don't think there's anything you would have really noticed. I will quickly check that though, because I mean, if you had noticed it, I would tell you. Courtyard. No, it was not wearing a saddle or any kind of. It didn't have any kind of unusual markings. It didn't look like it was wounded or anything. It wasn't any kind of weird colorization, but it was definitely big. It was a big wolf.
Yep. It was
Would
just
we have
very,
any,
very big.
knowledge of the Picts having wolves as pet?
Yeah. I mean, you could roll everybody could roll for that d6. Sure.
3.
Ugh, 5.
I also got a 3.
Man.
1.
Oh, yeah. You guys are like. And Ven, you remember that not necessarily that Picts per se have wolves, but maybe you've met somebody in your adventures that practiced the art of druidcraft who had a wolf as a companion. So if it is beyond just being a wild animal, it could possibly be some kind of a companion of a druid or some kind of a sorcerer.
Oh, a wolf, you say? Yeah. I met a Pict once while we were out on patrol. He called himself a druid, I believe. Yeah, he had like a little wolf buddy with him.
Well, I suppose it could be a druid's wolf, but this was not a little wolf buddy. This was a big buddy.
Well, I mean, this was a big dog or wolf as well, but I call him a little wolf buddy.
Oh, okay.
He was this one was a kind wolf buddy, or he was to us, I guess, because we weren't doing anything bad there. I suppose if we were, it would not have been a friendly little buddy.
Well, I
Maybe
don't
it is
know.
protecting. Maybe it is protecting some people then inside the manor then that control it.
That is very possible. I will say, when I was by one of the walls of the manor, I smelled something terrible. like rotted meat and almost swampy, I believe. What is it? Yep.
Seems. I'm sorry.
Yeah, coming from the other side of the wall, which does not bode well for people that might be in there.
No. Seems odd as well that if this wolf were guarding the picks inside, if the wolf were one of them, that it would be outside and the ape men would not have attacked it.
Well, the ape men don't go near it. They don't. They avoid it. I did hang around long enough to see that.
Ah,
They don't go near the wolf. So I actually don't know if the wolf is,
it
a
must
nice
be
friendly wolf or a wolf chop your head off type of wolf.
must be a mighty animal indeed if these ape men fear it so.
I don't know if it's fear or respect. Maybe the wolf is with them. I don't know. That's what I saw. So
Whatever
now we have.
it's a problem for us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if it isn't, even if it is friendly, or we have to convince it or convince someone, and what happens to us in the meantime? Why is nothing ever easy? And then Holtan rubs his head.
If it were easy, it wouldn't be fun, Ultan.
Yeah. If only there were another way in the damn manor.
The only other way.
Well, if you got a shovel, we could just dig our way right under there.
The only other thing I could think of would be to find a way in through perhaps the roof. That's the only place we have not really explored. But it'd be a hard climb. And if I tried to take my carpet, they would see me.
Do you think you could, if you tried to go, can you go past the wolf, you say, and go on into the manor itself? Did you say you could or could not have access to that? As you're invisible.
I mean, I could try. I can't guarantee he won't. I mean, wolves have a fantastic sense of smell. I can't guarantee he won't smell me.
Well, as long as he cannot detect your invisibility, you could maneuver out of his way if he did, I guess.
Well, I could. I'm willing to try it. I could cast mirror image right now. I'd have invisible mirror images, and if he tried to come at me, he'd have to try to go after them as well.
Not sure about the accuracy of that statement, but I like it.
Probably not. She doesn't.
No, that sounds good to me. I like that. Although casting mirror image will bring you out of invisibility.
Oh, that's true. It would bring me out, so never mind.
Yeah, you would have had to have done it first.
So, but I could still cast mirror image if he tries to attack me and I have to attack him. I mean, but then the apes would probably see me.
It would be interesting to know what if anything lies beyond the doors. I mean, are there other beings in there, or is it empty, or more wolves, or what?
I'm willing to try, but as soon as I open the door, I have a feeling he'll see me. Or obviously he'll know something's up. Or she. But I'm definitely willing to try, Brickhild. Because I don't know any other way to get in without being seen. And who knows, maybe he is friendly. One can always be optimistic.
Well, I mean, you will load him, of course, as you say, opening the door, but maybe if he has even if he's controlled by some druid, maybe he doesn't have anything to detect you at least.
All right. Sure. I'll try it. I don't
Okay, you're gonna go
really
back?
have any other choice. Yeah, I have to go back. I don't think we have any other choice at this point.
I don't know. Say so. All right, yeah, so you can do that. You're invisible, so again, it's not a big deal. You make your way back the same way that you did before. So how would you like to approach this large wolf that's sitting on the... Let's
Which
see,
way is he facing?
it's currently facing... which way are you coming from?
Whichever way is... What would be upwind? Which way do they smell?
Oh, all right. Clever you. Let's see. There is a moderate breeze. So let me
Right.
roll the direction of the wind. Okay, so the wind is coming from the southeast. So that means you would want to come from the north, right?
Yes.
Which actually works perfectly for you because it is facing south. So it's facing south, and the wind is also coming from the south.
All right. So I'm going to come as close to the house as I can. I
Okay.
can't believe this. Okay. I'm going to try to get around it and get in that door as fast as I can. You know.
Okay. Well, first, let's do it. We'll do a sneak to make sure you don't make any sound. Because you're already invisible, so let's see if you're also basically making absolutely no sound. Yeah, you're very fleet-footed and quiet as you make your way up. I am going to give it, though, a chance to smell you because it is a wolf. Even though you are upwind, I will give it a 1 in 12 chance because I'm the nicest person ever. Yeah, you get right up to the door. It does not seem to, you kind of look back. It doesn't seem to be moving at all. It's just kind of like, dogs are. Or maybe it's like...
Yeah. Okay, does
No.
the doors appear to be able to be opened, or do they look like there's a big lock now that I can see them?
You do not see any kind of a lock. You just see door knockers, and they have poles, and right below that, poles.
Okay. Do I hear anything really quickly?
You gotta listen. What's your listen?
I just had that out. It is 6 and 12.
Okay. Yeah, you listen for a moment. You don't hear anything. It sounds pretty quiet. You actually, and also you're probably aware, of course, because the wind's coming from that direction, that stink is actually kind of creeping up towards you as well. So that's probably a big reason why the wolf couldn't smell you, because it's got the stink in its face. Although it probably likes the smell because dogs.
Right. Surprised it's not rolling around. Okay. I will try to open the door and get in there as quickly as I can.
Oh, you're
Pull
gonna try
it
to pull
shut
the door
behind
open?
me. I am.
Okay. All right, you yank on the door, and it seems to be barred from the inside.
Okay.
Yeah. You peek. The wolf doesn't seem to have moved.
Barred from the inside. All right. I have tried everything I can. I'm going to get out of here.
Well, not everything.
Not everything. No.
I mean, I don't know. I'm giving you a hard time. I do that.
Yeah, I know. No, let me think.
There are many solutions.
I will. No. I'm gonna just leave. I pressed my luck enough.
She almost did it. She almost did it.
Yeah,
All right, yeah,
almost.
you can do it. Yeah, let me check with the wolf. Yeah, you go back. So the doors are barred from the inside. You would imagine. You can tell actually because when the door is barred, it's different than being locked. You can actually feel the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not the strongest person ever, so that's what I will tell Breakhild. And since it's her suggestion, I will say, go ahead.
I was
Go
going to
ahead,
say
Tony.
one question, Daniel, but Panesta would have noticed when she pulled the door and seen it was barred. Did she hear anything from becoming like, she alerted someone inside, like heard movement or anything at that point or not?
Oh, that is a good question. No, you didn't seem to have alerted anything inside as far as you could tell. You pulled the door a couple times to make sure it was actually barred, and then probably was like, waiting to see if the wolf would hear you. So you spent seconds to listen, and you didn't hear any movement inside. But I'm assuming you tried to open the door very quietly. You weren't like, so.
Right.
But that is a good
Let
question.
everybody know I was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you that, Brighild, it's barred. And the wolf was standing right there. And it was really stinky. And I think I've done what I can with the
Well, if I
visibility.
had to guess, then I would say with what you've deduced and seen so far of it, there must be someone or a band of something. There's something inside. Then maybe they've barred the door from the ape men, and the wolf is their guardian. But who knows what's in there?
Right.
Well, if we're dead set on giving this fella back, then I guess our only choice left is to just carry out an assault on the place. Or we could just ignore this entirely, leave the body out here to rot, maybe bury it a little bit if you guys feel inclined to do so. We could then just travel down south and try and get that one treasure that the cleric's friend here didn't manage to get. Personally, I still have some dogmen to slay.
How many ape men were
5.
there again
You think there's about 5.
total?
Well, I mean, you're not sure. You think there's 5 total. Yes. I mean, it's hard to distinguish them because they're not really wearing clothes or anything. So I mean, they kind of look similar from the distance, even though you're observing them. The only one that really looks different is the priest or shamanistic one. But at any one time, you've seen 5 total.
But they're in 2 groups separated from each other.
That is correct.
Little Ten sits there and kind of does this with his short beard. He says, well, we could just... Well, the problem is the rest of us would get seen. We could attack them in the night, slay the shaman and his guards, and then wait for the others to cross. If we can put him down quickly. Seems dangerous and deadly, but...
Well, we could also maybe try to lure a couple of them out here closer to us. Maybe we could have a diversion. They would send 1 or 2 out here in the darkness to, we take 1 or 2 out at a time.
Yep.
We could go to the ones on the other side from the shaman and hide in the brush and make noise and see if they come to investigate and then waylay them.
Yes, and Panesta, you could continue to stay as long as your spell will allow you to stay invisible. Or you could keep that and have the element of surprise.
Yes. It will stay until it's dispelled or I attack somebody. I could definitely stay invisible.
Well, maybe it would best if we do that. Maybe it would be best served that if we're able to lure 1 or 2 out here, that maybe you could go back towards and see if anything changes up there at the manor or the towers itself while this goes on.
Oh, sure. I'd be willing to keep a lookout there. Upwind.
So a couple of things that you would have noticed that I probably should just mention is because they're on the map, but maybe you didn't notice them, so I'm just going to point them out. When you were walking around, you definitely would have noticed that right here, right? You see I'm painting that?
Yep.
There's a door to the tower, obviously, and also right here is a door to the other tower.
Yeah.
Those are not how the 8 men came in and out, though. You've actually not been on the other side at all, so you don't know how they're going up, getting out that side. But they always seem to appear out here. and then make their way.
They're 8 men. They probably just climb. They're good at that, you know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, whatever. I mean, however they're doing it is irrelevant. I just wanted to make sure that you knew there was a door there, and it's not on the other side. Just because I kept saying that they were going out the other side, I didn't want you to think the door was outside.
Okay.
Those would be the worst towers ever to have the doors on the outside. These are our fortified towers. The doors are on the outside, facing the enemy.
Boy.
Only suggestion would be we try to have some type of diversion, either build a fire out here or something to maybe draw one or two out and take them out at one or two at a time. That's the only thing I have to offer. Then let Panesta stay invisible and get closer to the front or the tires again and watch.
Well, I've racked my brain. I see no other way other than to dispatch these 8 men.
And maybe who or whatever is hiding behind the doors, that once they see that we are against the 8 men, maybe they will come out and assist.
One way to find out.
All right. What is the best distraction idea we have? Is it fire?
Unless we have something that would make a loud noise, and I do not know of anything I have.
Doesn't somebody have a horn?
Hold on. I might.
Yes.
Somebody did.
I'm
That
pretty
could
sure
be-
Ven does. Ven does, I think. I think you're absolutely right. Apparently he forgot.
Because they might come to investigate a horn.
Yeah, I thought I had one. That would be cool because we could like spaced apart and be like, "Brr," and then brr, over here and then brr.
You need
Oh, I
to
see.
tell that. You need to tell that to Vin, see if he can blow it loud enough.
All right, sorry, I couldn't get unmuted. Like I was hitting the unmute, but it wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I've had that
Unmute.
happen to me too.
Anyway, yes, I do have a horn.
I do.
I do not. Thought I did, but I do not.
All right.
I mean, I have instruments I can make noise, but it's not the same as a horn. So,
Right. Well, and you're not going to be there, I guess, where they want to be.
right, exactly.
Okay, so just so I understand this, I mean, not that you're committing to it, but I don't want to commit you guys to anything. You're going to go towards the uppermost tower, the one that's further north, so the one that says 3 on it. You're going to go in that general direction, but in the bushes, and then you're going to make a bunch of noise with the horn, in hopes that the one or more ape men will come to investigate, and then you're going to waylay them. While that's going on, Panesta's going to be somewhere in this courtyard, I guess, wherever the wind is not blowing. I guess it's probably still coming from the same direction, so somewhere up here, I guess. And she's going to look for any changes in whatever's going on here. Is that the plan?
I believe that's the plan.
Yep.
Okay. Is that your final answer? All right, that sounds like a plan to me. All right, yeah, so you can do that, 100%. You could be, go ahead and everybody can none of you except for Panesta has a stealth skill, right? So,
Nope.
Yep, everybody can just roll a d6 then to creep.
6.
I got a 2.
Okay.
Right.
All right, yeah. So you guys are making your way through the foliage, and you think you're being pretty quiet, but then you hear kind of very loudly from the tower up there, and you kind of look, and you can see they're pointing in the general direction that you're in. Crystal, roll a d10.
I don't know why you had to put the party's death on me, but okay.
Because it's your turn.
3.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, yeah, you're pretty. You're at that point where you are. You're pretty close to the to the building. To the tower. And you look up and you can see they're like basically leaning over. There's two of them, and they're pointing. Down towards where you are, and you think that they've probably spotted you. Of course, from Vanessa's point of view on the inside, you see, the men were standing up there, and now you don't see them anymore because they went that way, towards the back. And of course, you hear them speaking the ape language.
What is the wolf doing?
The wolf, kind of looks, snuggles his nose down. It doesn't seem to be reacting to it at all. It's happy in its filth smell.
So weird. Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? Because these guys, you notice that they reach down and pick up what appear to be broken off chunks of stone from the tower, and they are looking that they're going to hurl them in your general direction.
Hey, Daniel, I hate to interrupt, but Zoom completely closed on me and reloaded, so I don't know. It did it like it did me and Crystal before, but I missed when I heard Nikki ask about what was the wolf doing, and that's the last I heard.
Oh, okay. The wolf is not doing anything. It doesn't seem to be reacting to this at all. It's basically just looking basically the other direction and stiff, being happy that it's in a smelly space because dogs like that kind of stuff. You guys notice though that on top of that tower, the two that kind of pointed down there, they take a step back, and then when they come forward again, they have chunks of rock that look like they're part of the building in their hands, and they're probably going to hurl them in your general direction. So this will be the time where you want to tell me what you want to do. So what does Breakhill want to do? This is probably you're maybe a total of about 50 or so feet away from them because you're kind of in the foliage, but you can clearly see them on top of the tower. There's two of them.
She's going to run backwards the way they come from, to give more distance. I mean, she's going to use everything she has to run to maybe, hopefully give more distance. They can't throw that far.
All right. And try to get out of their range. Makes sense. Panesta, you're in the combat, so did you want to do anything or are you just going to stand by?
Just give me a standby just this one time.
Okay, that's fine. Then what would you like to do?
I'm charging forward with my axe. Fuck these apes.
Well, they're on top of a 30-foot tower.
Oh, they're on top of a 30-foot tower.
Yeah.
You
could certainly do that, but you'll have to climb the side of the tower if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not a thief. Yeah, I guess I'll run back with Vanessa. Breakhill.
You're going to retreat? Okay. How about Old 10?
So I want to make sure we're talking about Tower 3A, right?
Yep.
And can you ping where we were standing again?
Well, you're not technically on the map, but you're somewhere here-ish.
Oh shit!
In the darkness. Yeah, I can't. Well, that's where the bushes are.
I thought
the bushes go right on that.
I got you.
Well, you were making your way around. Yeah, that's what the D10 was for. Blame Crystal.
So I'm running for this spot. I'm just going to break into a flat. I'm not going to back away from the tower because that's completely counterproductive as to what we're doing. I'm going to try to go to here as hard as I can.
Okay, you're going to run to that corner?
Yep.
Fair enough. You're also running. Okay. All right, so Tony rolled initiative last time, so go ahead, Nikki. It's your turn. Roll initiative for the party. Ooh, they got a 5.
4.
Oh, okay. All right, so they're going to get to go first. They are going to hurl their stones at you. Because that's what giant ape guys do. Let us find them. There's 2 of them, so there's 2 stones. There's 3 of you guys because you haven't actually started running yet, so you're all within range currently, I believe. I'll just check that. Yeah, just barely. So I will just roll the d6 to see who the first one goes after. It's going to go after the second person, which is Ven. And the second attack is going to go after Oh my god, they're both throwing them at Ven. Apparently, they must have known that you secretly wanted to charge them with a battle axe, and they both target you by throwing a stone. Ooh, 14. Let's see. That is going to hit AC 2, which I'm assuming hits. And the second stone is a 17. So, all right, so they're both, you get hit by 2 of these. They comes crashing down onto you just as you get ready to turn to run, which maybe you're thinking was definitely a good idea. Now that you got hit with 2 stones. 5 points, but of course you get your damage reductions on that. And 7 points. As these stones crash down onto you. Yeah. And now it's your turn. So assuming that you're going to do what you all said you were going to do, you are running back. So you hear the screaming Pinesta, and you hear the smack of like stones and probably like as Ven gets crunched. Yeah, you guys run. You can move your full movement clearly, and you run off to the.
That change what I was going to do,
of course.
But I just have to do it on the second turn or whatever, right?
Yeah, it depends on what you're doing. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
All right, so like I'm thinking like that the stories say, and like what Ven has heard is that those who are in need can visit this place, right?
Yes, that is what we heard.
Yeah, those seeking shelter or in need of shelter was what we heard.
So what Ven's gonna do, even though he just got hit with these 2 rocks, he's gonna yell out, "We're in need of shelter!"
Okay. Well, you could do that and still run. I mean, yelling isn't really an action. If you're just gonna, I mean, or you could do that and do anything. You could do something else besides just yell that. I guess what I'm saying. You could move closer. You could move further away. You could stay exactly where you are. That's all part of. I mean, yelling is nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell, and then I'm just gonna put my hands up. I'm not gonna run away.
Okay. Brickhill, did you want to change what you're doing?
Oh no, she's moving back.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you run into the foliage, and Old 10, you are running to the corner still.
Yes.
Okay. You should be able to make that. I'm not going to bother exact measuring things, so don't worry about that. I'll say you get to the corner, no problem. Yeah, you get there, and of course they're looking around. They see, of course, Ven who's standing there, and the other 2 leave, and they kind of look. You know, they're like curious George, except really big and huge and ugly, and they're like, because they don't speak obviously your language or whatever. Probably you realize, yeah, you seem to have confused them, but. Nothing else immediately has happened. So going into the next round, go ahead, Pinesta.
Do I hear we're in need of shelter? And if I do, does the wolf respond at all to that?
That's a good question. I mean, how loud did you yell? Like, are you like screaming at the top of your lungs, or are you addressing them at the top of the tower?
We were like 30, 40 feet away, right? So yeah, I mean, like, I think his instinct is to run away because they're throwing rocks. And then at the last moment, he just like stops, gets hit with rocks. And then he like looks up and holds his hands up and yells out towards the tower, "We're in need of shelter." And, shouting that towards the tower.
Right, so you're shouting it basically at the people in front of you. You're not shouting at the top of your lungs. You're shouting at people in the tower.
All right, shouting towards the tower. So
Okay.
Makes sense. You know, go ahead and roll a d6, Nikki.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the wolf kind of perks his head up and his ears go up in the air, and he like sits up and kind of looks in that direction.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, Brickle, you've run off into the bush. You're basically in shelter now. I mean, you don't know how far they can throw this thing, but now you're maybe like almost 100 feet away from it into the bush. So what did you want to do? You saw that Ven stopped and is yelling, and of course,
Yeah, she doesn't see Oltan anywhere in the dark, of
Yeah.
course. She doesn't know where
Right.
he went, but she can hear Vin standing up there yelling at the ape man or maybe someone else. She doesn't know if he's seen someone else or not, but she's just going to stay hunkered down there where she's at to see what
All right.
happens.
Fair enough. Pinesta, what's your plan?
I want to approach the wolf.
Okay. Ven?
Ven's going to stand there for now. I mean, like,
Mhm.
if they hurl more rocks at him, he'll try to, like, move out of the way. But he's going to kind of stand there, hands up for now, seeing what they'll do.
Fair enough. Oltan, you're at the corner there. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna run down the side of the wall, like right up against the wall,
Mhm.
toward that door.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Nick, you roll initiative for the group. And they got a 1.
Oop, dropped my dice. 4.
Okay, you go first. Nobody's doing a missile. Everybody's just moving. So, all right, yeah. Since yours has the most immediate interaction, I will have Pinesta go first. You move towards the wolf. Do you say anything to it?
Yeah. I know you can't see me. We would like to be friends. If you are the guardian of this place, those are my friends in trouble. May we take shelter here?
And of course, the wolf turns because it perks up its ears and it's looking at you. And it starts to howl.
Oh no.
Ooh. Yeah, the wolf howls. And yeah, it's just such a, right now it howls. Nothing else immediately happens. Olten, you will get to the door. And if you're trying it, I guess it is not locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Well, I guess I can get to the door. So if it's not locked,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna push the door open.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, yeah, you can totally do that. You got plenty. I mean, you have 2 phases. It says like the first phase is all happening. You can still do more stuff. Then they're gonna throw rocks at you. So they did not seem to be. Yep, they didn't seem to be very open to your pleas. 8 on the first roll and 4 on the second. I think they got bad aim this time. Nope, they miss you. So yeah, you don't know if they're just playing with you now. Because you turn around, they throw rocks, and they shatter on the ground around you. Yeah. Brigil, you hear the sound of smashing stone. You hear a wolf howling. Back around to Pinesta for phase 2. You hear from inside the building, and the door opens. And there's a woman standing there. And she says, she kind of sticks her head out, and she's like, Quick! Where are you? And the wolf is still howling.
I'm here. I have friends that need to come.
Quickly! The beasts will be upon us, she says.
Okay. All right, and I will yell in my best bardic chant voice so that everybody can hear me. To the door, everybody, to the door. If they can hear me.
Yeah. All right, so she is 5.5 feet tall, with pale freckled skin and a shock of red hair twisted to knots and woven into bits of antler. Yep. She has dark circles under her emerald eyes. Yeah, so she's, she, of course, is familiar with magic because she's a druid, as you've already surmised. So she basically just stands aside, assuming you're going to come. But she does actually mostly close the door. She actually pulls the wolf in, too.
Okay.
She calls to it, and she says, "Quickly, come in. They've been angered. Thorn." And she grabs the wolf and drags it in. And she basically holds the door like an inch open. Everybody outside hears that. You hear. Also, well, before I say that, I mean, you definitely hear that. But you open that door down there. So when you open the door, the smell of urine consumes this area. In the southwest corner, stairs spiral up to the first floor. The northeast corner is piled with sand, leaves, shredded rope, tattered cloth, and other debris. In a 3-foot tall, 5-foot wide mound.
Are you talking?
Yeah, this is Altan. Altan.
Okay.
Sorry, let me start over. Sorry,
No,
Altan,
we're-
you open the door. You're looking in. Sorry, I should have been more clear. So you see this pile, and on top of this pile, a 5 foot wide mound, there are 3 very, very large rats. They kind of like, they're just like laying there, and when you open the door, they kind of scurry back a little bit. And you can see their little rat eyes looking at you in the darkness, and of course, there's stairs going up as well.
Okay.
And then you hear Panesta yell.
Okay.
Okay, so what's everybody going to do with Panesta? It's still basically the same round. Did you want to go inside this place, or are you going to head towards where Panesta is, I guess?
Oh,
Is my
for
question.
me?
Because you're the closest
Oh,
one to her.
yeah, if I hear Panesta shout that, and I open the door and I see 3 giant rats, I'm just going to open the door and see the rats and go, nope, and then shut the door. Turn around and start running for the other door.
Okay. All right, so you're going to run for the door.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. So you're going to run for the door. What about Ven? Now you're being assaulted with boulders from the top, and you hear Panesta's voice ring clear through the night air to come to the building.
Do I see, like, it's just the regular 8 men up there, right? I don't see the shaman.
The shaman as is on the other tower. Yeah, you would know that.
Okay.
You don't see him from where you are.
I'm gonna yell to Brighild, like, get to the house, and as I do that, I'm gonna pull my bow and like go ahead and shoot 2 arrows at one of these 8 men.
Okay, so that'll happen next round. Brighild, you also hear the yelling.
Yeah, when she hears Panesta yell at them, and then she hears Vin, reiterate it, she's going to move towards the front of the manor house, but she's going to come. I mean, she's the furthest away. She's going to move stealthily as she can to try to stay on the outside range of those rocks.
Okay, are you going to go basically? You're going to go the way that Oltan went, so staying away from the tower, basically.
Yeah, staying away from the tower.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. It's getting close to 9, but let's just do this. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, Panesta.
Okay.
1 again for them.
3.
Well, that's the die to have when you're searching. Okay. Missile goes first, so go ahead, Ben, and shoot your arrows.
Okay. No.
Okay.
They hit the castle wall.
Okay. So they're going to get to throw it at you again because you won't actually move until the second phase, of course, because you're shooting first. Everybody else is running. By the beginning of the round, Oltan, you get to the front door, and this woman like opens it up. You can see that at this point too, the guardhouse opens up, and there's an ape standing there in the door, number 2 basically, and he reaches down to lift up some stones to hit you, but you get to the door before he gets a chance to do that. And yeah, these guys on top, they're going to throw at Ven again. Oh, 9 that time, so then nope. Their aim is terrible after that first. Okay, then 13, that might hit you. 13 hits an armor class of 3.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so 6 points of damage as you get whacked by another. You shoot at your arrows, and then you go to turn, and you get smashed in the shoulder by another boulder.
Okay.
Yeah, and Brighild, you run to the wall. Fairly confident that you're too far away to be assaulted by these rocks at this point, anyways. And yeah, so as Olten comes inside, and maybe it takes a second for Vanessa to kind of get her eyes, because now you're inside.
Right.
You kind of just do a quick look around. You are in. Oh, I guess I could show you on the map. We're in roll 20. Dun, 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 dun.
Once I get inside, I would probably drop invisibility because I don't want to be rude to this person who's.
Okay. You can do it if you want. All right. So wide marble steps. I just said that. Inside the floor is marble with copper accents along the wainscot, whitewashed walls, as well as the tops and bottoms of 4 pillars supporting 18-foot tall ceilings. The pillars of whitewashed pine look dusty, chipped, and cracked, but otherwise solid. Opposite the front doors, 8-foot tall double doors of carved walnut are set. So you see some walls over there. in the western wall, and open archways are centered on the north and southern walls. If you look around really quickly, you can, because you kind of came to the space, you just kind of look. You can see to the north is a dining room, and to the south you see like a gallery, like an art gallery that has art pieces. It's hard to see because it's dark, but you can see there's like pieces on pedestals in there. I guess I can reveal those areas as well. So you just quickly you see that, without too much detail right now until we explore them further. But that's basically what you see. Yeah, like that. You can actually see probably that there's a doorway right here as well. Okay, yeah. I mean, she's like, you can see she lets in Ultan, and then she kind of like, again, pushes the door shut, and she says, "Are there any others?" To you, inside.
Oh, 2 more.
Oh, I hope I can see one of the mountain apes, and she can see him. Okay, so Brighild and Ben, what are you guys doing? I'm assuming nobody inside. Well, I'll ask you guys too. I guess everybody, what are you going to do this round? Brighild, you're coming around the corner. You're probably like about here. If I click on the map, let me see if I can click on it. Based on your kind of average move.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Yep, she's going to run as fast as she can towards the front of the deal where Panessa told him to.
Okay. Yes, you start to run into that courtyard. And of course, this mountain ape over here that you don't know is there. He's going to see you, and he's actually going to throw a stone at you as you're running. You're heading towards the door, and you hear, and a stone is hurled at you with a 12 on the die.
I'm AC4.
Okay, that hits AC4 exactly. All right, so it smacks you in the shoulder as you're kind of running past for 6 points of damage.
All right.
Yeah, as you make it to the front door, and you can see that there's a woman there, like kind of rushing people in, and you can see this thing picking up on the stone to throw it. So you're basically at this corner over here. The other ones are inside. Did you guys want to do anything? Well, I'm assuming you're just going to keep running, right, Ben? So you can actually move 1, 2. That you can move. Well, you're in kind of heavy armor, right? What's your movement?
30.
All right, yeah. So you're probably about that corner at the end of the round. It's going to take you a couple rounds to get there. So she shuts the door, and you can see that she's like leaning her body weight against it, even though she's only a little 5 foot tall. And she's like, "Are you sure your friend's not dead? The apes are vicious." And you hear a stone pelt the wall outside and shatter. Does anybody want to do anything inside?
Yeah, Brighild wants to say something to her, this woman that she's now met.
Okay.
She's going to look at the lady, and she's going to go, well, why do these apes not attack the house itself? Why are they not trying to gain entry here?
I think they're bringing others. They seem to be waiting.
How many are you in your clan here?
Not many. There are only 5 of us left.
Panessa, you said you're back to visible now?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, Bricky will just kind of look at Panessa and just give her okay, this lady, there's only 5 of them, okay?
Okay.
Ultan would look at Panesta and ask, do you still have, I know you favor this stick that returns to your hand. Do you still have your bow?
I do still have my bow.
I'm going to open the door as Ven begins to round the corner, and I want you to shoot at the mountain ape to try and distract him from throwing more rocks.
Will the druid let us open the door and do that?
Yeah, well, she's going to say, don't open the door very wide. If you open the door, you're going to get rocks in here. There are many of them. We've counted over a dozen of them at one time or another.
Okay. But yes, I can do that with the bow. Absolutely.
Yeah, she kind of backs away looking very nervous. And you can see she actually picks up the brace, that closes the door. So she's got it in her hand just in case she has to slam the door shut because she's not really so hip on this plan. But
I'm only going to like that far. while we're waiting for Vin, and then it's going to be like open, shoot, shut the door, open, shoot, shut the door until Vin gets in.
Well, you're not going to see Ven unless you come out onto the porch. Like, you have no idea when he's there until he's on the porch, because look at how the setup is. Like, how would you even see him?
Well, it's more like when Vin shows up at the door, I'll be like, "Oh, there you
Yeah,
are."
exactly. Right, exactly. Yeah, because if you look at how you're set up, if you were standing at the door here, even if the doors were wide open, and Ven comes around the side of the building, you're not going to see him until he's like out here somewhere.
All right,
Yeah.
that's
So
fine.
I mean, you can certainly do it, but yeah, I mean, it's if you just open the door now, the ape's going to throw a stone at you. So
We don't want to risk that. So
yeah. Well, she would prefer that you don't do that. Yes, the poor woman who left you in to give you shelter.
Yep.
Yeah. So Ven, you come running, barreling around the corner, and of course you don't know that ape's there, so it's going to throw a stone at you with an 11, which probably is going to miss you, I think. AC 5.
Misses.
Okay, yeah. So the stone goes smashing past you, and you, as you run up the marble stairs, and you can hear him now running up the stairs.
Yep. So we'll let him in.
Okay. Yeah, you let him in. Are you going to try to shoot the ape when you do that, or are you just going to say
No,
so
the
right
whole
now?
point of shooting the ape was to distract him from throwing the rock at Vin. So that's
Oh, I
Yeah,
gotcha. Oh,
yeah,
I see.
so-
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So you come barreling through the door, Ven all smashed up with stone. They slam the door shut, and the woman puts the bar across the door, and she looks at you and she says, "Thank all that is holy that you were able to make it in past those apes. They are quite vicious. I am Selmon. Yeah, Selmon. My group has been here weeks now, I believe. We've been trapped here by these apes. They're vicious. Let me get you something to eat and drink." And she points to the dining room area up above, to the north.
Yeah, when she says that about been there for weeks, Bricchio will look towards Panesta first and give her the look as, there's still more to this story. I mean, why are these apes not coming in the manor,
Yeah.
especially if they've been here for weeks?
Yeah. Finista will give you the nod that says, "Yep. We'll keep an
Okay.
eye."
Is this lady dressed as a pick, you say, or did we know that?
Yep. Yeah, she's a pict. You can pretty much tell by the way she's dressed. Yeah. She's got the red hair. It's all knotted and pulled back, and she's got some paint on her and stuff. It doesn't look fresh. It's like she hasn't redone it in a while probably, and she looks a bit haggard. Like she probably hasn't slept much, and maybe hasn't been eating too much either. She looked kind of very, very, very thin.
How's the smell? Is it really bad in here?
Yeah, and you have that smell. Yeah, it's coming from the south basically. Um, and of course she's pointing you in the other direction, which is there. It actually there is actually. You didn't notice it immediately because I forgot to tell you, but when you look to the up there, or maybe they weren't standing in your view from when you just looked in the dining room. As you start to head in that direction, I mean, she's walking in that direction, so I'm assuming you're gonna follow her. You can see that there's actually two other redheaded men in that room. And while you can smell that nasty, rotten smell from the south, if you start to walk towards the dining area, you actually pick up a bit of a smell of like roasted meat, like a little bit better, like a cooking of food. Yeah. Yeah. So why don't we take a break there as you guys decide, what you want to do next as you've entered the manor.
Excellent.
these guys. All right, we're back. So, yeah, you can see to the north, and now you're getting a bit of an aroma of like a meat smell, like cooking meat, like a stew, and you can see on the table that there's a big old pot, and then you see a couple of guys in there. They are kind of setting up to sit down and eat. They both appear to be picks. They're both of them being redheaded. One is a slim fellow. He's garbed in a green robe with yellow trim. He's kind of looking around. He sees you. He's, oh, more. Oh, you got past those mountain apes. Oh, well done. Dangerous. Dangerous. And the other guy is really big and muscular. But he's also he's like one of these like kind of big guys, but also kind of fat. So he's like kind of got like muscles, but then he's also kind of like maybe he's let himself go a little bit. He's big purple nose, and he's wearing banded mail. And he has a big old warhammer strapped on his back. And he kind of looks, and he raises this silver goblet that he's drinking out of, and he kind of just looks. He looks at you. He raises it like a toast, and then he drinks it back like it's dripping down his face and everything.
Brickia will look towards him, and she goes, "Oh, you must be the reason the apes are afraid to enter the front door."
That's right. They don't dare come in here. I'll show them a thing or two. And he starts to like get up, and you can see he's like a bit drunk or something. He's almost like falls over. He sits back down, and he says, "Come, share our meal. We've made fresh sausage." And you can see that there's again like a big old thing of like sausage stew sitting on the table. There's 12 chairs around the table. Lit taper candles are there. There is a chandelier, a big old brass chandelier. It's kind of like got cobwebs and stuff for the most part. Like it's like they cleaned off like a part of it and put a couple of candles in there. And yeah, the woman comes in and she says, "Oh yeah, I'm starving. Fighting off those mountain apes is exhausting work." And she sits down. Well, she goes up and she gets like a bowl and scoops some of the stew into it, and then she sits down and starts eating. And they're just all kind of ignoring you for a minute or two. We are all just standing there, unless you want to do something else.
Well, when she starts to eat, I'm gonna pat Ben on his shoulder and look at the woman, and I say that my friend here has been obviously pelted by the rocks from those 8 men. Is there anything that you may be able to do for him to help with his wounds?
Oh, of course. Sit down, eat, rest. Nothing heals like time.
Very well. So I fixed myself a bowl.
Where are the other 2 members of your clan? You said there were 5 of you left in here.
Oh, yeah. There are, she says, and she like cuts the sausage open and starts chewing on it.
Are they well?
Oh, yes, they're the lord and lady of the manor are well. Would you like an audience with them?
No, that's fine. Tell you what I would like.
Well,
A little bit of tobacco, a bit of alcohol, some rest, and then in the morning, I want to go kill those goddamn dirty apes.
You couldn't wait to say it, could you?
she kind of looks up from her soup and she says, the apes are very, very powerful. Well, the Lord will want to see you all eventually, but sure, sit down. Have some wine. It's delicious. And we made this soup.
I was
The
in,
apes? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was under the impression that there hadn't been a lord and lady here in quite a number of years. Who is this lord and lady that you speak of that has moved in?
Well, Leonid. Leonid? Yep, Leonid.
Yeah.
And the lady whose name slips my mind right this second.
Now,
Hold on, I'll
his
tell you right now.
given name.
Mhm. When you are, when you reach a certain level, you don't need more than one name. Perhaps you've heard of Madonna. Eustace. And so Eustace Bonneville and Leonard Bonneville. Leonard?
Eustace?
Eustace.
Leonid.
Leonid. Like Leon with an ID at the end. Leonid.
Okay.
He's focused.
And then Eustace. Yeah, Eustace is the lady, and their last name is Bonneville.
Dog's named Courage. Nothing.
A
few people would get that.
The last lord or lady, if I know my history, the last lord or lady of this manor before were oh God, how do you say their name? Kragoth or Kargoth, something like that.
She kind of shrugs and continues to eat her sausage.
Where are this lord and lady? We would probably be best to speak to him this night.
Oh, sure. You want an audience with the Lord? She kind of looks at her soup again.
Well, no,
The other
no.
guys,
Finish your meal first, of course.
the kind of guy with the bulbous noses now. He's been just pounding the wine. About half of each glass is all over the front of him, because he's drinking it like this. The twitchy guy's been kind of like just poking at his food, and every once in a while he'll like go down to the bowl and like pick it up just a little bit and slips him and he puts it back down. And he looks at y'all, and he says, they say that possession is 9/10 of the law. 9/10. That's 90%. 900 of 1,000. 9,000 of 10,000. Or 100,000. Or something like that. And you go, sip to soup again.
What possession do you speak of?
Possession. Possession is a word used to describe when you own something, or you occupy it, or hold it in your hand.
Yeah, but what
I possess.
I'm sorry. We both started at the same time. You possess what?
Or weren't you just talking about the manor?
Yes. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
Okay.
Why, of course. Why wouldn't we be?
Vin takes a cup and he takes a bottle of wine and he pours some of the wine into the cup, and then he puts the cup on the table and starts drinking from the bottle.
Brickhill is not touching their food or drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
I lean over toward Pinesta and I just whisper. I say, "Should we tell them that we have one of their kinsmen at our camp?"
Not yet. Let's
Are there
meet
any?
Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was finished, Nikki. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just going to ask Daniel, are there any doors that's leading out of this dining room? We don't see any more doors or not?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's a door to the north. I don't know if I uncovered that properly. I should have explained that as well. Yeah, there's one right. I'll see if I can reveal it better. There's one right at the top of the door, right there. You see it?
Yeah, Brickhill's just going to walk up to it and open it and see if it opens.
Okay, sure.
I possess this door. It is mine.
Yeah. Yeah. You open the door. It looks like it looks like you're looking into a kitchen. I will reveal it.
I shall do with it as I please.
Okay, let me reveal. It looks like a So there's a couple things. There's like an archway leading out to the west, and there's also another door in there, so you can probably see those two things. You can see obviously the hearth in front of you. There is some counters. They have various kitchen tools on there. A lot of them look rusted, and they're kind of piled up, like almost like somebody went through what was here, like tossed all the rusted stuff in the corner, and then just worked with the stuff that was available. Yeah.
Does she see any preparation of where they've prepared what they're eating right now?
Yeah, you do. Okay. On the shelves, among rusty nuts and tarnished silver bowls, there's a meat grinder and a small basket filled with rotting sheep intestines, dried herbs, hanging from a curing rack. There's a large cooking hearth. Well, actually, you don't see the stew here because I put it in the other room. I moved it because if you hadn't gone to the other room, it would be in here. So you see where the pot was hanging, but it's not there anymore. You do see a butcher's axe and two salting bowls resting against the northern wall. So you see stuff for preparation. Yeah, there's like blood and stuff, from whatever they chopped up on the counter.
Doesn't appear to be any type of human parts in here, does it?
You don't see anything that appears to be human immediately. I mean, inside near the meat grinder, you can see there's meat in there, but it's grinded. You wouldn't really be able to tell if it was what it was from. But you do definitely see sheep's intestines.
And is that a door to the east? Is that another door, or is that just a wall area?
It is. Yep, there's a door to the east, and there is an opening to the west.
Yep, she's going to go to the door to the east, unless, one of them says something. She'll address them, of course, but yeah,
No, not immediately.
Are we all doing this? Because
no, if you are, then they will definitely say something.
I'm at the table.
all right.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody else is having the conversation that they were having. So this Friggold walked away. Yeah.
Well, when then he's gonna kind of lock eyes with that other guy who's drinking, and every time he sees that guy lift his wine to put it up to his lips, Ven's gonna lift his bottle and do the same, and he's basically trying to start a drinking contest with that guy.
Okay. Yeah, he's very, very, very happy to drink, so he has no problem with that. He's already quite, under the weather from the booze at this point. All right, yeah, so you open up that door. What are the other guys doing there? You saw Breakhill walk away, but you're engaging these people in conversation, so they don't seem to be noticing Breakhill at this moment.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna. How much damage have you taken? You took quite a couple of knocks. You been?
Oh, I'm getting drunk. I'm fine.
I'm talking about the damage you took from the rocks.
Yeah, but Ven's getting drunk. He doesn't care anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything then.
Okay. You don't want any of this stew?
So being that I have a background of a butcher,
Yep.
when I look at it, I'm gonna prod it and pick up some of the meat and smell it. I should be able to have a pretty good idea of whether that's decent meat or not.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d6.
Okay. I want to make sure they're not feeding me something nasty. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so you would know as a butcher 2 things. Number 1, it's fairly rotten, so old meat. And 2, that it is definitely not I don't know if you would know exactly what it is, but it's not the typical kind of meat that you would eat. It's definitely not from a cow or from a pig or from a chicken or yeah.
So while I'm sitting there, then while Vanessa and all is talking, I would just kind of snake my arm across the table and scoop her bowl like this and just very gently pull it away from in front of her like that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to eat it, so yeah, she'll just let you do that.
I kind of look at her and I go like this and I'll just be like,
Okay. I do want
Yeah,
to
so-
ask the druid if she's sitting.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Daniel.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say just around that time she finishes her stew and she kind of looks up at you.
I want to say, you say the apes are very powerful, but they certainly didn't seem to want to come past Thorn. Did you call him? Her? The wolf?
That's right.
fine animal indeed.
Well, they can't
So-
get in because we closed the door.
Hmm.
And the Lord and Lady would not allow such beasts to come into their home.
But despite that, they also have no interest in being near your I'm assuming your pet or your companion. He just making the statement. He is a magnificent animal.
Yes, we've been through much together.
Indeed.
You should meet the Lord of the Manor now. And she kind of pushes her chair away and stands up. So, Brighild, in that room, you see it's a pantry. It mostly looks, it's mostly bare. It's a pretty empty pantry. You do see some chipped plates. There is a silver platter on one of the shelves. It's tarnished. Against the southern wall, in a low cabinet with 2 drawers, 2 shelves, you see that there's mold that's all grown out from the drawers, all covering that top of that cabinet. That's on the southern wall. Otherwise, there doesn't look like there's any other way out of here. No windows or anything. And of course, it has a very moldy smell because you open up a space with it's all covered in mold.
Does it appear like they've been in here getting anything in? Just a quick
Probably
glance?
not. Yeah, you would get the feeling that they haven't really taken anything or used anything from this room that you could see anyways.
Yep, she'll close the door back and go back into the kitchen.
All right, yeah. Right about that time, you hear that she's getting up and she says, "Come, all. Let's see the Lord of the Manor. We don't want to be rude. If you're tired, maybe your leader should. I'll take your leader to see the Lord. Maybe you don't all have to go."
Rick here will come walking out of the kitchen and close the kitchen door and go, "No, it is best we all go. We are a group and we will address and speak to them as a
Well-
group."
Oh, you're one of those kind of groups with no leader.
Yeah, Vin's gonna continue to try and drink that guy under the table.
Okay. Yeah, that guy says, he's drinking, he looks at you and he says, "Don't make me get the keg of the strong stuff, boy.
Why, are you afraid you couldn't handle it?
A pup like you needs to just," he burps whatever, and then he says, "You need to, I'm going to get it." And he gets up. He's kind of staggering. He starts to stagger towards the kitchen area.
I look at the druid and I say, we all lead when depending on the situation, but some of us, and I reach over and I pat the two women. I say, some of us are, well, they bring more wisdom to the table than others.
Well, it's not just, this is, oh, I'm sorry, now this is the twitchy guy. The twitchy guy just, nobody's talking to him, so he's going to talk to you now. You just hear his voice. He's like, it's not just the wolf that keeps them away. Some of us have strong connections to the eldritch powers that seek to reach the surface of Hyperborea from the depths, and we can draw forth the power and destroy.
I see.
Yeah. Panesta, roll a d6.
Okay.
This is where my brain short circuits because it's Hyperborea and their picks, and I'm thinking, oh, Jabal Sag, but I'm like, no, it's not that Hyperborea.
Nope, not that one.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh, nice. Okay. You notice when he kind of is talking and stuff, like his like robe kind of opens up, and you see he's wearing kind of a chain, and dangling on the chain, like it's kind of odd at first. Maybe that was an amulet, and then when you see it, is the hilt of a sword.
Just the hilt?
Just the hilt.
Okay.
Yeah, bronze sword hilt.
I got one of those too.
Yeah. I have one.
So, yeah. So she says, "Come, then. We will all meet the Lord of the Manor together, and we will figure out a way to stop these beasts, so that all may leave here in peace and tranquility."
I would probably tell at least Brighild, since her and I kind of have been eyeing these people from the beginning, what I saw. Under my breath, pull her to the side as we're walking or something.
Do you
About the
think
sword
it's
hilt.
some kind of religious symbol or some deity? Is that belong that he serves?
Either that, or he's like me and has some sort of special sword power. Because remember, I can summon the flame from the empty hilt.
Yes, we will need to keep our eye on that one if it comes to that.
Yes.
You're all being super secret.
I'm trying not to let them hear me, so.
Well, if I can hear you, I would have made the comment that
Well-
that belongs to no god that I've ever heard of.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so she starts to walk back into the room with the columns. I mean, it's a little bit
Did
gross
the-
because you can smell the...
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Daniel. I was just going to ask, did the big burly guy and the creepy one, did they come with us, or they're still in the kitchen? I mean, the dining.
No, the creepy one is still sitting there with his bowl. He's kind of focused. He's maybe kind of mumbling to himself a little bit as he kind of like... He keeps like reaching down to get the bowl, and then he kind of like... And he just sips it. The other guy left to go get the booze. To have the drinking contest with Ven.
Then, are you staying in the dining room then?
Yep.
All right.
He drank it.
We'll bury you when we get back.
That's cool. I'll just make another character.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you'll play this druid, I guess. All right. So yeah, she comes down and she opens up with no great ceremony the double doors here, and it opens up into this room here, which has some carpets on the floor, clearly. So now we're in Coriolis. it's the spaceship. All right. Yeah, this box text. I'm very excited. All right. This sweet-smelling, smoky room is lit by braziers that hang from trios of bound poles near the eastern and western walls. Dangling from the poles above the braziers, herbs smolder in stonework bowls. Soot-soiled tapestries hang from the walls, and thick-piled carpets, ragged and stained, drape the floor. The room is scattered with plush chairs, divans upholstered in purple, velvet, and red silk, but stained and worn. Reclining in one of the chair near the center of the room is a man. He's in a cataphract's full harness, so he's in jet black full plate armor as he lounges back on this chair. He's got the helm down and everything, and it's got a gold filigree mask. Hold on. It's Yeah, it's a gold filigree mask. It looks like it's Cimmerian craftsmanship. So, but like ancient Cimmerian. So it looks like a very old suit of armor, basically. He is leaning back. He's kind of on the divan next to him. Is a very large battle axe. In a deep voice, he says, "Welcome. Please have a seat. Excuse the poor condition of our furniture. It's quite old, and I have not had time to replace it. I am Leonard Bonneville, and my mansion is under siege, clearly. I could use your assistance and would be happy to remunerate you for your efforts. If you are brave enough to help us to defend." And he kind of like stretches back, and he doesn't grab his axe, but like you at first, maybe you kind of like for a second, like you flinch because you think he's going to reach back there, but he then grabs a golden cup that has some wine or something in it, and he holds it up, and he just like opens the mask just a little bit, like how Spider-Man drinks, and he drinks, and then he closes it back down.
There's no lady in here, just him.
Just him. The room is empty except for him. Yep.
Bonneville, you say?
Bonneville.
Bonneville.
Yes.
Any Bonneville?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this name before. Any relation to the Bonnevilles from Swampgate, perhaps?
I believe that I've got some distant relatives in Swampgate. Yes.
It's not a very common name. That's why
No. Well, I am not a common man, nor do I come from a common family.
I can see that. That's why the name stuck with me. Let's see. And these, if you don't mind me, if you don't mind the questions, these picks that you have with you, it seems an odd pairing. Friendly as they are.
He kind of he doesn't really answer right away, and he says, "This manor has been known as a refuge for the Picts for many generations. So who am I to stop the tradition? Any Picts who come to seek shelter are certainly welcome, and they have been a great help in fending off the beasts that have chosen to raid our fair manor."
How long have you yourself been claim of the manor?
Oh, I was a young man when I first came here.
So
who was here when you got here? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just.
Yeah. I mean, obviously somebody must have been here, unless you built this manor.
He kind of leans forward. He says, "I did not realize that you had traveled all this way to know of my family history. I'm quite flattered." And then he picks up the cup again and says,
Well, sure, that's what I do. I collect stories.
"Yes. Oh, well, it's always good to be a collector. Many people collect many things."
Yes.
Yes.
I myself, I'm a priest.
Oh, you know.
Yes, of Noonday, and there's been ramblings of thunder being heard north of Cremarium, but yet no storm ever comes. And I was trying to travel in search of what could be causing such a phenomenon, and with Noonday being a goddess of nature, of course, and so our temple was, interested, if not concerned, and we were hoping that we would find some sort of clue as to what may have been causing it, and we came across your manor besieged by the ape men, as you say, and we had heard that this also had been a refuge for this for the Picts, though we had heard it was abandoned by civilized men, which obviously has proven to be untrue. So, know you anything about this rumbling thunder that seems to bring no rain or wind?
Seems to me that it could be the ape men, the mountain apes. They've got a shaman out there brewing something nasty.
Yes, but Quamarium is many miles away. He would have to be brewing something of great power to be heard at such a distance.
Yes, I agree.
Have you heard these rumblings?
The only rumbling I really hear is my stomach. Have you eaten? Perhaps we should have a meal. Did you not feed them? He says to Celine. And she kind of
no.
bows to him.
Oh no, she definitely extended hospitality that was befitting. I just I got in a fight with a giant spider and injured a mule, and it was not a pleasant sight, and my stomach has been somewhat unsettled ever since, so perhaps later.
Let's see.
These mindless beasts that are outside, if they're just apes from the mountains, what would it they would be seeking inside of your manor?
Who knows why beasts like this attack? Probably to eat us. He kind of stands up and he says, "Come. Let's go to the smoking room." And he is going to actually, Brighill, roll a d6 because he's going to do it to you. So I have to see if you're surprised.
Oh man!
So don't roll low. All right, you are surprised. He flips open his mask. Go ahead and make a sorcery saving throw. He's trying to enthrall you.
Let's see if I got any bonuses to sorcery. I do. I made it. That's a 19.
All right. You can feel him trying to grab your mind with magic. Yeah.
Do
clearly,
I get would I get like a negative, like a evil negative feeling from it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Definitely.
Oh no, yeah,
Oh,
no, it's evil. He's trying to take you over. Yeah.
I'll throw my spear at him.
Let's bust into initiative because that was a surprise. So you're going to throw the spear. What's Pernesta going to do? This guy's clearly it's pretty obvious that he grabs his axe basically as soon as he does it.
Okay, so I'll draw my sword for now.
Okay, how about Old 10?
Magic.
All right. I think it's your turn. Oh, also Crystal.
Old 10.
Got back for a second. When the guy comes back with the keg and he sees that the rest of the crew's gone, he drops the keg on the ground, it shatters, and he draws the warhammer from his back and charges at you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I should roll initiative as well.
Well, we'll do it as a group. But do you want to fight him? What do you want to do? What's your missile?
Oh yeah, if
melee,
he's
run
charging
and
me,
talk
I'm
to him?
definitely going to take my battle axe and have at him.
All right. So it's actually, I think it's your turn to roll initiative, right? Yeah, because Nikki rolled already and Tony rolled first time.
3.
So Crystal, roll initiative for the group. Oh no. All right, they got a 6. All right, so this guy's gonna. He tried to enthrall you. That didn't work. He's gonna swing his axe at one of the other two. Did he get one attack? Yeah, he just gets one attack. Okay, so high or low there, Nikki.
Hi.
All right, he's going after you. All right, he swings his mighty battle axe at you. Ooh, that may or may not hit. That's a pretty low roll. Oh, but it hits armor class 4.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, he swings his battle axe and cuts deeply into you. Well, maybe let me roll damage. Oh yeah, it cuts deeply into you and does 10 points of damage.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And in the other room, the guy charges with a warhammer at our drunken fighter with a 14. Oh, this is not going to be easy to do. Hold on. I'm going to make a screenshot of this because they're on 2 different pages. All right, like do screenshot of this guy. Bloop. Ooh, he's a weapon master too. All right, so we'll see how that works out. Alrighty. Sorry, let me organize myself here. All right, so he rolled a 14. His fighting ability is, well, he's a fighter, so it's equal to his level, so 3. That hits armor class 3. That hits you, right?
Armor class 3, yes.
Yeah. You okay? And that was with the great hammer. Oh my god, 2d6 plus 3 damage. He is not messing around. 2 and 4 is 6 plus 3, so 9 points of damage.
Nice.
Yeah, crashes into you with this. Exactly. Listen, fighters fight better when they're drunk. He smashes into you with the hammer. The kind of twitchy guy is just kind of like watching. He's not even doing anything right now. And as is the same is true for the druid. As we cut back around, and let's see, was anybody doing missile? No, everybody's doing melee, right? So
Yeah, I'm doing missile with the spear.
Oh, that's right. You're going missile. That's right. You're throwing it.
No.
So missile will go first, and you're doing a spell. That's right. Sorry. So missile goes first. So throw the spear.
That will probably not hit much of nothing. Let me look.
Yeah, he's wearing plate mail.
No,
So
no, it will hit armor class 9. So no.
oh no, nope, not even close.
I'm sorry, armor class 6, but still, I don't know why I said 9.
No.
I meant 6, but no, I missed.
Yeah, no, he's got plate mail armor on, so he's not going to be that easy to hit. That's for sure. The other guy is Bandit armor. Okay, so that's a missile attack, and then we got spells. Go ahead with your spell. Rush.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to cast Hold Person upon him.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And I'm going to not pick multiple targets, so he will get a -2 to his sorcery save.
Okay. You cast a spell upon him, and he just turns towards you, and he says, "Your god has no power here."
Shit.
He is immune to paralysis.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like Freddy Krueger. He's like, "This
No,
is God."
I'm stupid. It's all right. I got you.
Yep.
I think I got you.
He's immune to paralysis, so and that's a paralysis spell. Okay. Then we're gonna go. Are you gonna melee, Vanessa, or are you just standing by? Because you said you drew your weapon, but are you gonna melee
I
him?
drew
Or?
my weapon, but I see, yeah, so I'll skip this one and I'll do something different.
Well, you can still attack. Oh, if you don't want to, you can attack him. You'll just go phase 2. Yeah, but so we come around to. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Phase 2s they went first. So if you want to attack, you can with the melee, unless you're doing something different.
I'll attack him for now.
Okay, I mean you don't have to. I'm just saying you don't have to miss a turn for drawing a weapon.
Right. But no, I missed.
Okay. All right. Then in the other room, Ven.
Did you say this guy was a level 1?
He is definitely not level 1.
Oh, okay.
You wish.
I thought I heard you say something about level 1.
Well, no, I was joking. I joked something about you because he has the same thing. He's a fighter.
Okay.
If you were level 1, you get double the number of attacks.
All right. I hit armor class -4.
That hits actually.
Barely.
So yeah, like he drops this keg and it busts on the ground, and then he rushes me with his hammer and slams me in the face. And as I turn around, my nose bleeding a little bit, I say, "Hey, fucker, that's alcohol abuse." And then I slam my axe into him for 4 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah, he comes back. Oh, he has Bandit. Does he have damage resistant? Yes, he does. Okay. Yeah. It pierces his armor and a little bit of blood drips out. All right, and that's that round, right? Everybody went. So we're coming back around to the next round. Oh no, Panessa, you went and you attacked and you missed, right? So what does everybody want to do this round? Breakhild.
Spell via her scimitar, her magical scimitar.
Nice. How about Panesta?
Spell.
Okay. How about Ven?
Believe it or not, Ven is going to melee this guy.
Okay, and Altan?
I'm throwing all my eggs in one basket here, so I'm gonna go with spell.
All right, sounds good to me. Go ahead and roll initiative there, Crystal.
4.
You got it too. All right, you go first. So everybody's doing spells, so you'll pretty much except for except for Crystal's character. So we'll do the 3 spells first. Brighild, spell.
She will reach up with a scimitar and touch this guy and casting Shocking Grasp. That's
Nice.
7 points of damage, and it says at the bottom of that spell, NB, metal armor is ignored when calculating the victim's armor class.
Nice.
Since he's wearing
All right.
metal.
Yeah. Okay. Ba-bong. So he gets zapped. 7 points of damage. Okay. Yes, that works. Yeah, he jumps back. He is not immune to being shocked. Panesta.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust out the flame blade.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And Altai?
So if he is what I think he is, I'm thinking he's undead, and so I'm going to try to turn him.
Okay. He is not undead. I think you would know that.
Oh, I would know that?
I think you would probably know that. I mean,
Okay.
you could probably sense that they're undead. Yeah. I'm going to say that you would. Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to... Can I just melee him then? Because...
Yeah, that's fine. I think you would know that. I think you would know that he wasn't undead. I think that's pretty... Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that the whole thing about this guy from Swampgate was supposed to be years and years ago, so I'm thinking maybe he's an undead dude. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, but he's not undead. So I'll say you can... That's fine. You can attack.
in that case, I'm pretty sure I didn't hit it. I hit armor class 3, but he's got plate mail.
That does not hit.
Okay.
His armor class is actually 1. Let me just check, because I'm 99% sure he's not undead, but I could actually be wrong. It doesn't say he's undead here, and I'm pretty sure he's not, but I would hate to say he's not if he is. So let me just quickly check in the monster manual. Oh, he's not even in here. He's a new monster. Okay, hold on. Go to the end. I just want to make sure. Sorry, guys. No, he's not undead. He is something. Oh. Okay, yeah, no. He's okay. Nice. Anyways, sorry, Crystal, make your attack against your not undead person as well.
All right, I went ahead and I've already rolled attack and damage.
Nice.
So I hit armor class -3 for 8 points of damage. So
That's good.
Bring my axe back around and slam it aside. Oh, actually, I get 2 attacks.
That's true.
Armor class 1.
That hits that guy. Hit.
Well,
it hit either one.
And 8 more damage. So chop.
Okay,
and
so
then bring it into his shoulder. Chop again.
So 7, because he takes damage reductions. That would put him at here. Wow. Okay, he staggers back, like literally, like you can see that his intestines are hanging out of him, barely hanging on to life. And he looks at you, and he smiles as blood drips out of his mouth, and he gets 2 attacks as well because he's a fighter as well. Oh, I just threw the die across the room. He throws his die across the room. 14, which I think hit you last time. 14 hits AC 3. So whack with the hammer once. I'm just going to roll them both. And then he misses with the 3. Okay, so he just hit you once. But he's barely standing. Oh, that's a good hit, though. 6 and 2 is 8 plus 3. So 11 points as he crashes into you heavily with the hammer.
Okay, I'm dead. Well, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm at -7, so I'm bleeding. So I'm gonna die.
-7? Holy crap. Yeah, you are bleeding out. Okay. Yeah, you drop to the ground. And they're going to have some sausage tonight. Okay. Back to the
I'll
other
get plenty of
combat.
it, if you know what I mean.
Now I have to make this adult rated. Great. Thanks, Crystal. Every time. Anyways, Brickhill, what would we like to do this round?
Never spell via her scimitar.
Okay. Penesta?
Attacking with the flame blade.
Okay. And Oltan?
Melee.
Okay. I guess you can still continue to roll initiative, Crystal, for the group.
All right.
He got a 2.
I got a 6 for you guys.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Spell first. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh, come on. This needs to be high. Oh, yeah. Let's see. 10 points of damage with the shocking grasp.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's good. He is hurt, but not like very hurt. Like he steps back. Like he's a little surprised that you're doing this much damage to him, but he's not like, like floundering or anything. Penesta.
All right. Oop. I'm throwing my dice. Okay. Okay. +2. So that will hit -2. No, I'm sorry, -3 armor class.
Oh, okay. That'll hit then.
Or, nice. 10 + 2 is 12 points of damage.
Holy shit. Okay. That's considered a magic weapon, right? It fights as a magic weapon.
Yeah, it's flame blade.
Okay.
Yep.
12 points? Okay. Now he's very hurt. All 10. Oh, also, Crystal, you'll drop 1 hit point, so you're -8 now.
Yep.
Oltan, your turn.
I was muted. Yeah, I don't have a chance in hell of hitting him with that roll.
Okay. All right. It is now his turn. He is going to cast. No, actually, he's a little bit. Yeah, he's going to cast Inflict Madness. On who? Let's see. On Oltan. You're going to try anyways. I'm assuming you get a sorcery save for that. So
Yeah.
go ahead and make a sorcery save there.
You get +2 to all mine.
Nice.
So I gotta roll a 14 better. And I fail it with a 2.
Okay. All right. Inflict Madness.
My D20.
When cast by blah blah, this evil curse brings insanity to its victim, man or humanoid. When cast at okay, right? Okay, that's fine. In either case, the target must make a sorcery save or suffer a random form of insanity. Saving throw is modified by willpower adjustment, but you rolled super low. Okay, you get a random form of insanity. Hey,
Is that in
that's
the book?
going to be. Yeah, it's a volume 3, page 264, special damage madness.
All right.
Let's see.
Volume 3, page 6. Do I get to roll it or do you roll
Yeah, you should roll it.
it? Volume 3.
You didn't know we were playing Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you said page what?
It's on page 264. It's a D20 roll.
Yay, insanity. Oh, yay. I love random tables. Here we go. 11. Megalomania. Obsessed with power and domination. Delusions
Nice.
about one's importance.
Oh, fantastic. You are welcome for the role-playing gold that I just gave you there. Yeah, that,
You have a new lore of the manor now.
That's right.
that's right. That's all he can do because he cast a spell. That's him. He's done. So coming to the next round, Brigel, what would you like to do?
Oh, she's pissed. She's going after this guy with this +1 scimitar. She's fixing to try to cut him down.
Okay.
So melee.
Okay. How about Panesta?
I got my
You don't have
flaming
to
sword.
ask.
Yep.
I have to ask every time. And Olten, who is now mad.
Yeah, he's gonna twist his mace around in his hand and be like, all right, that'll be quite enough of you, peasant. He's gonna attack.
Okay. All right. So let's roll initiative, Crystal, and take 1 more point of damage, of course, as well.
You forgot to ask me what I'm going to do.
You're going
Ben's
to
going
bleed.
to bleed out. Yeah, he's going to bleed out.
Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. Crystal. Okay.
All right, roll a 2.
Oh, the guy has 6 that time. Okay, so Ven will take his damage. This guy reaches out with the he points this like weird rod that he had like attached to the side of his leg at Brickhild. Let me just read it. Pressing the bronze stud on the base of the sleek gray metal rod releases 2 silver coils that fly towards the mouth of the target within 30 feet. Directly, the wriggling coils will cut into the victim's face and fill their mouth and throat, cutting off oxygen supply. The victim must make a device saving throw, modified by your defense adjustments. That'd be your dex. So make a device save, but you can have your dex bonus.
Yep, I don't have any dex bonus, so just straight save. That's a fail.
Okay, so this thing fills up your mouth. It's cutting your face open. It goes down your throat, and you cannot breathe. You will suffer 1d8 points of damage per round. 5 points the first round.
All right.
All right, and keep track of this because after 3 rounds, you'll start to suffocate. So that's the first round. Boop. You were gonna melee. You could still do it. I mean, this thing's in your face. You could start.
Yeah, when he does that, it even makes her madder. So.
Come on, Brickhild.
Oh, come on, D20. Don't fail me now. A nat 20.
Nice.
Nice. All right, roll a d6 for the crit turn.
That is a 4.
Okay, and you are considered a fighter, so that is double damage. So you can either roll 2 dice or roll once and double it.
I'm going to take the 1 because I rolled a 5 on my D8, so that's 5 plus 3 is 8, so that'll be 16 points.
Nice.
Double.
And it's a magic weapon, right?
Yep.
Yep. This thing grabs you and you swing and you cut into him, and actually you cut his arm off that was holding the rod, and he falls to the ground and blood starts to pour out, and then all of a sudden the blood changes to like a smoke, and smoke pours out of the entire suit of armor as it crumbles to the ground. Okay, this thing's still in your face though, so it takes an extraordinary feat of strength to pull it out of your mouth.
Oh man, that is. Ooh yeah, I got 8% chance.
Yeah, but I will give. I mean, probably not you because it's in your face. You're not going to be able to think of it. But I'll give Panesta because she's a bard. We'll say a 3 in 6 chance of understanding the thing enough to be able to turn it off before. So
Okay.
make a d6 roll. See if you can figure it out.
Okay. Please. We're all begging our dice tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
All right. Yeah, you either noticed or you've heard or whatever that there is probably a switch on this thing. So you run up to it and you see there's a switch in the back and you're able to throw the switch in it. Actually, it's incredibly painful and you take another d8 damage, of course, 5 points of damage, as this thing rips out of your throat and your tongue's all shredded and your lips are bleeding, but coughing up blood, but you are no longer choking to death.
Brickhill will look at Panesta and she'll go, "Oh, thank you, but grab the wand or whatever it was on the ground now off of his arm I cut off." Because I guess it's still attached to his arm, isn't it, the wand on the ground?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, exactly, because that's shot forward like a almost like a taser, basically. So once you did that, it retracted back. Yeah, the button was on the wand, so you can grab it. Yeah, the armor is empty now, so it's just a gauntlet basically holding it, so you can easily pick it up.
Okay.
What is the druid lady doing? No, just watching all this.
Yeah, it's exactly right. So when you do this, like at this last round, I doubt Pastor would have noticed because she was obviously helping you. Olten, make a d6 roll to see if you noticed where she went when she ran when you chopped the guy's arm off.
I only
So-
rolled a 5.
Okay, yeah, you didn't notice where she went, but she's not there. The 2 doors are open still. So she either ran back through the 2 doors, or she could have gone north or south because she was right in that end of the room. She definitely didn't run past you.
There are other doors in here though, on up further. You said.
Yeah, you can see you can see archways, and you know that she didn't run past you. So like if you were, you were like here. Well, you were fighting him like over here somewhere, like in the middle. So like she didn't go past you over to the other side. So she definitely didn't go over here. But she might have gone here, or she went back. It's hard to know. And of course, you haven't seen Ven in a bit.
Yes, just about to say, shouldn't we check on Ven?
He's in some drinking contest. He made his own decision. This man tried to murder all of us, and this woman was in with him. I think we should check to see if she fled to the south.
It's
Okay, you want to look down there?
it's not far fetched to believe that while this man turned on us, that the others may have turned on them too, and turned on Ven.
Well, of course he could have. They could have, of course, but I will check to see if this woman went one of these passageways. And I'm going to go to this one, Daniel, right here that I'm pinging.
Okay, perfect. So you look down there, and you can see it opens up into a room. This like mess over on the, I know you can't see my mouse whenever I do that. This like area over here, you see all that? That's vines. There's like vines that are pouring out of the another room that's over here. And of course, but this room itself though, 15, let me tell you what it is. She's not in here, but I'll tell you quickly what the room is. You can see it. Oh, actually, you know what? Okay. Because that was, 3 rounds? It looked like it was a library. Large library features vast rows of bookshelves and scroll racks with a ladder leaning against the southern wall to reach the uppermost shelves. Southern wall has 2 boarded up windows. The western side of the library is overgrown with vines that are speckled with white flowers that are coming out of that other room. It almost looks like an artificial jungle, basically. But as you kind of look in there to look for the woman who ran, you see all those vines there, and you're kind of looking, and all of a sudden the vines like spread, and a woman steps into what is basically a doorway right here. So that all happens really quickly. Are you guys just waiting for Brighild, or did you run back to get to? Okay, yeah. So you guys are up there. You don't see this necessarily, but you're right near Brighild. So she steps out, and she is actually, quite fetching. She's quite a fetching lady. She is. Basically, her skin is purple, which probably immediately looks interesting to you. She has what kind of looks like flowers, like either sewn into like a bikini type, covering the important parts or whatever, or else they're growing out of her. It's a little bit hard to tell from this distance as she steps out of the vined area, and she's kind of shapely. She's not gaunt and like these other people you've seen. She looks like in good health, and she steps out and she says to you, "Violence will get you nowhere, child, except dead." And the vines start to move towards you.
Vanessa, bring the wand.
I've got the wand.
All right. So what does Brighild want to do?
How far is she away from me?
She is, let's look at the scale here. Each square is 10 feet. So she's right at the entrance here. So she's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 80 feet. About 80 feet away from her.
Yeah. I'm going to charge her with my scimitar I've got out.
Okay. Like a badass. Into the vines that are starting to, okay, I loved it. All right. Podesta, so you see Brighild say, get the wand and charge. What do you want to do?
I mean, she wants me to use the wand
I'm assuming.
on the lady. Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course you don't see the lady yet, but so you're going to run in the room and see what's going on, basically.
Yes.
Right, because only Brickhill stepped in, really. How about Old 10?
It is.
Old 10?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm in a quandary. So.
Okay. Would you like to stand by and see what happens?
You should have lucked out.
If you're at all worried about my character, I guarantee you I'm at -10 by now. Like, I'm dead.
Yeah. That is true. However, his character doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Nope, we have no idea what's going on up
Yeah,
there.
that's right.
Yep.
You could be just getting drunk. They could be attacking you. You have no idea.
Typically, Old Hand doesn't like separation. All right, I'm gonna go with Penesta.
Okay, so you're going to charge in that room. All right, so you can make an action once you see what's going on in the second phase if you want. It's fine. Crystal, you may as well go ahead and continue to roll initiative. I'll let you roll for the bad guy too because, much better if you kill them than me.
Sure.
So go ahead and roll the initiative for the party. So you get to fight on both sides.
Okay.
Let's count this as in
Party's
combat.
initiative is a 4.
Okay, so bad guys is 2. So party's going first. So just because of the nature of how this is all working out, I'm just going to say that Brighill's going to go first, even though you're doing melee, because the other people have to come into the room. So you charge forward, Brickhill.
Yeah, I want to charge forward and try to slice into her. Ooh, hot dog. That's going to hit armor class -3, probably, I think.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it definitely hits. I mean, she's naked.
And 9 points of damage with that magical scimitar.
Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that cuts into her pretty deeply. I mean, it doesn't kill her or anything immediately, but it definitely hurts her. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, nice. It's a nice start to it. Yeah, so you run into the room, Penesta and Oltan, you see about 80 feet away. I mean, this Brickhill charges up. You can see this woman standing there. And also these vines are starting to rise up.
Okay. Would it have been 5 rounds of time?
It has been since you did the sword. 1, 2, 3. It's been 3 rounds. You have 2 more rounds.
Okay. I know Brickhill wants me to use the wand. There's vines, and the sword can ignite. Can I set them on fire?
Yeah, I mean, you can't do both, right? You got to do one or the other.
Right,
You
no,
can certainly
that's
run
right.
it,
Yeah, I gotta pick.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, you would think so. You don't know if the vines will light on fire. I mean, they are clearly like in Scorsels. They're magic.
yeah, I suppose I should try to get her. Oh yeah, I'll use the wand.
Okay, on the woman.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. That seems really extreme. Poor lady. But if that's what you want to do. All right, so she gets a sorcery save. Go ahead and roll a d20 there, Crystal, for the sorcery save.
Stop trying to make people feel bad.
We should have made friends with the ape man.
Roll a 4.
Make me a 4. That's a failure. Okay, yeah, you shoot this thing out. It only goes 30 feet, but I mean, whatever. I'll say you run forward and shoot it out. Yeah, and it shoves into her mouth. God, that's so terrible. This is a terrible magic gun. My God. It rips into her throat. It starts cutting her face up and goes down her throat. She's like, do a d8 damage.
Okay. Yeah, well, people need to stop attacking us.
All like, bitch.
4.
4, okay. I mean, that actually worked out very good for you because, I mean, not that it matters now, but because she's probably not going to get a chance to, but she has some pretty devastating spells. Speaking of devastating spells, Oltan, how does the king of the house feel right now? What are you doing?
At this point, he's got his hands on his hips. He's just kind of surveying. He watches this thing with the wand, and he's just like, ha, like that. And he keeps thinking about that black armor that's in the other room, and The whole time he's fighting, he's trying to think, is there any way that he can get it out of
Probably.
here? Because it was a fine and befitting armor for a man of his stature. And
Indeed.
so yeah, that's. I mean,
I don't like that.
He just sees us.
did this thing kill her, or is she just like clawing at her face?
Oh no, she's clawing at her face. She's not dead. Not even close.
Okay. So after thinking about that for a brief moment, he's gonna pull his his mace, and follow behind Brighild and
Huh?
put it into this wretch.
Sounds good to me. Good can attack.
And I rolled a natural 1.
But you think it was the best roll you've ever made.
Well, obviously,
Yeah.
somehow this is Pinesta or Brighild's fault.
You rolled a natural.
Is there a critical failure on this one?
There is indeed a critical failure. So go ahead and roll a d12.
As we all know, I love random tables.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
Okay, let us see. At 8, you are a cleric, so you stumble. So stumble is awkward stumble. One adjacent enemy, if applicable, gets a free attack. No further attacks possible for the rest of the round. Well, you didn't have any extra attacks anyways. I mean, you ran forward, so she's going to get to attack you basically for free. So, actually, I'm going to have the vines attack you because that makes more sense. So, Crystal, make an attack roll for the vines. So it's just a d20, and I'll figure out the rest of it.
4.
4. Come on, be a better bad guy.
4. Yeah.
That does not hit.
I like when Crystal gets to be.
You gotta kill them when you're the bad guy, just like Tony does for.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
No, I mean like class 4.
No, just kidding. Okay, so now it's actually your turn though, Crystal. So she is going to attack. Actually, Vanessa's not close enough because she shot 30 feet away. She's going to attack Brighild, who's the only one that's close enough. So make a attack roll for the creature against Tony's character. She actually has 2 attacks. Make 2 attack rolls.
2 attack rolls now.
Yeah, just roll 2d20. Yep, it's our turn.
Okay. A 6 and a 15.
Okay, the 15 is probably gonna hit, but we'll see in a second. I can tell you what the 6 is probably not gonna hit Brighild. Then again, you never know. Yeah, 6 hits armor class 6. Well, that's not gonna hit anything.
Nope.
15 hits -3 though. So she hits you once for a d6 damage. So roll a d6 there for damage, there, Kristen.
D6 for damage.
Yep.
4.
All right.
Okay. Also, Brighild, make a saving throw versus poison. Death poison save.
There's a fail.
Oh, okay. You're gonna take an additional 2d4 damage. You can just roll that yourself, Tony. I like when people roll their own poison damage.
2d4. Okay.
Yeah, 2d4. Yeah.
A 1 and a 2, so 3 total.
Okay. That's just one round, so you just take additional damage. The vines, not being very happy that you're attacked their master, are going to reach up and there's 3 vines, so 2 are going to attack Pinesta and 1's going to attack Altan. So give me 2 attacks, Crystal, for the vines against Pinesta.
I mean, it makes sense that they're mad you're attacking this poor innocent woman who let you into her home and gave you shelter against the 8 men. So I'm not even feeling that bad. Oh, nice. The first roll's a nat 1.
Okay, that's not very good. All
And
right.
the second one's an 11.
Okay, they are 5 hit dice. That hits AC 4. Does that hit you, Pinesta?
Yes.
All right, that's a D10. I'll just roll it. It's easier for me to do that. 2 points of damage.
Okay.
For the nat 1, though, Crystal, roll a D12.
2.
2. Let's see, it's a monster. I'm just going to put it here. So 2 is just bad mess. It's the other vines will mock you for days for that. And now have 1 vine will attack Altan. So make 1 more vine attack for me.
Never going to hear the end of this.
Is it?
Oh, I need to roll something else. I'm sorry. What?
One more vine attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just another attack.
Well, I accidentally rolled 2, but my first one that I rolled was a nat 20.
Oh.
There you go. That's how we do it. Now roll a d6.
2.
Okay, so it's only +2 damage. Sorry, Altan. I know that you wanted a more serious attack. All right, so that's +2. The vines do a d10. 5 points of damage against Altan. Also, because it was a natural 19 or 20, you're going to need to make a... Oh, no, you're going to get a save. Yeah, the vines wrap around and under your neck and constricts you. You are being choked by the vines.
Yay.
Altan. Yeah. Yeah.
And while they're
Probably
choking
run-
you, they're mocking the boss. You can't hear that, but the boss has plant speak in my head, so the boss can hear it.
Well, the boss didn't mess up. It was another vine that messed up. Okay, so. Wow, okay, that was long and confusing. Maybe it's easier if I just do the bad guys. Just do initiative, Crystal, because it's hard for me to go back and forth. I'm going to confuse this whole combat. Let's start over. Next round. Brickhild, what would you like to do?
She's still going to try to take this woman out. She's not looking
All right.
very good. But...
Oh, okay. Penesta? You can actually, the wand is doing its thing. You don't have to do anything but hold it in your hand, so you can still attack and stuff if you'd like.
Okay. Is Oltan near me at all?
Yeah, you guys have all run forward, yeah.
All right. I'll try to attack the. I have one more round with the sword. Try to cut the vine that's constricting him.
Okay. And Altan.
But only
what would
one
you like
hand,
to
so it'll be a D8 instead of D10.
do? Can't have everything, I guess.
No.
Altan, what would you like to do?
What can I do?
You could attack the vines.
Okay.
I mean, you could cast a spell. You could do anything. You're not choked yet. They're just starting to choke you.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I don't have a spell that can work, so I can't hit the woman, can I?
No, I'm gonna. Well, no, not with a melee attack.
Okay, then I'll melee the vines to keep them, try and keep them from choking me.
Hold on. You had already. You hadn't. Oh, you did already attack the woman once, right? So you're right next to her. You can attack her. Sure. Sorry.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Crystal, roll initiative for the bad guys. Oh, I know. I just did that. Okay. Roll initiative. Oh no, okay. Rush, roll it for your team.
That one.
Roll initiative?
Yeah. Good.
I
I've
got,
confused everything now.
it's okay. No, I got a 3.
All right. You guys are gonna go first.
Okay.
Brighild.
All right, I need this one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get it with 3 on the die, though.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. You swing at her and it misses. Penesta against the vine.
Yep. 19, so negative 4.
Yeah. That definitely hits.
Oh, for 7 points of damage. No,
Okay.
plus 2 would be 9.
Okay.
Because it's
Yeah, you cut it, and you can tell the flame whoosh, like burns up, and it causes a lot more damage to the vine. It does let Altan go, but that particular vine is not completely destroyed yet. But it's too weak to hold him, so Altan is freed. Altan.
I rolled a hit armor class -1
Nice.
for 7 points of damage against the woman.
Okay, she's hurt, but still up. She's now going to return the favor and try to attack you. Ooh, 17 and 18. Oh no, all time. Those are both going to hit you. I don't even have to look. Those are both in the negatives. 6 points of damage total as she claws into you. But you have to make 2 saving throws versus poison.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right. Is that a death saving throw?
Yep. Poison death.
I get a +2 to those 2.
Nice.
Missed the first one.
Okay.
Made the second one.
Okay, so take 2d4 more damage.
2d4 more.
Yep. And now
Is that what it
I'm going to, the vines are going to go just like before. 2 after Panesta. Oh my god. A vine just critted you, Panesta.
No.
Oh,
And then I think that one missed, probably with a 6. And then missed Oltan, which was after before. Okay. So 1 crit against Panesta, which means you're wrapped up in the vine again. And it's going to do extra damage.
Yeah. I know.
Ooh, that's not good. Oh my god, triple damage. This is not good.
Oh,
Triple is not what you... Oh my god, but I rolled a 2 on the die. So 6 points of damage.
Right. Whew.
But you are now wrapped up in the vines, though.
Okay. As long as I can still hold the wand.
Yeah. You can still hold the wand, Chip. And that's it. That's the end of that round. So, Brighild, what would we like to do next round?
she's gonna try to slice her again. She's committed
Okay.
herself.
Yeah, you're up there now. It's like all or nothing because she's this woman is fighting for her life, and so are you guys. Panesta.
I don't see Alan seeing it.
Well, I'll have to try to break out of the vine somehow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Roll D8 damage for her mouth attack thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's automatic damage.
6.
6. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, sorry. What were you doing?
I have to try to break out of the vines somehow.
You can try to break out. It does not say how. I'm going to assume that it is going to take a feat of strength, or by killing the vine, of course. You could attack the vine. Is your flaming sword still up?
No.
Okay. You could try to do an extraordinary feat of strength, or you could just attack it. Whatever you like to do.
Okay.
And kill it.
I'll just attack it.
Or look for the way to get out of it. Oltan, you are freed from the vine by Panesta, who is now wrapped up in a different vine. What would you like to do?
well,
Okay, perfect. And Crystal, roll initiative for the party. The monster's got a 3.
Sorry. Was rolling up my new character. 2.
2. All right. Well, monster's going first. Okay. All right. So I think she's either going to go after... Actually, she has 2 attacks. One's going to go after Brighild, and the other one after Oltan, because that's who she was fighting before. Against Brighild, she rolled a 13. Against Oltan, a 3. So 13 is probably going to hit you, Brighild. That's a -1 armor class, so I'm sure that hits, right?
Yep.
Ooh, 2 points of damage.
That's it so far.
Yeah, and then you got to make the save. You got to make the now poison save. You want to make that, or else you're going to do another 2.
I made the save, but you see
Okay.
Brickyard look over at Oltan and looks back to Panesta and goes, "Finish this witch for me," as I drop to 0 exactly and drop down.
Oh man. Okay, there you go. Well, that's the second time exactly at 0.
Yep. I had 2
Wow.
left.
Yeah. Yeah, you drop to the ground. There's actually no vines on you currently, so and you're not a threat, so they're probably not going to immediately attack you. Panesta. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter. Panesta. I don't want to confuse myself any more than I'm doing. No, actually, Rush's character should have went first, but I've somehow lost control of the combat.
you didn't.
It's all over the place. I don't know what's happening.
It's combat today.
All right, I'm going to make an attack, I suppose, on this vine.
Yep. Yep.
Somehow. But actually, that's not a bad roll. -1.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, and that's what. Okay, but I don't probably have it in 2 hands.
All right, I'm over it.
So 7 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Roll d20 for me.
Okay. Natural 20.
Oh, okay. No, this is the one time it's not good. Because I was having you make the saving throw for the creature. It holds on. It actually, you cut it and it actually grabs you tighter. Not that mechanically does anything. It's just that is now this will be the first round. After 3 rounds, you're gonna asphyxiate. So that's 1 round. So keep track of that.
Okay.
And Oltan. You've got this lady in front of you. Brighill just dropped. Panessa's being crushed by a vine. And somewhere in the underborough, Ven's soul is being tormented by demons. Or whatever happens when you die in Hyperborea.
Well, I'm going to try to cast the same spell. She's at 0, so I'm going to try to cast Heal Moderate
Oh, yeah, that'll work.
on Berkeld, yeah. So, yeah. So I cast it, and that's going to be 2D. I think it's 2D8. Sorry, I have to look it up every damn time because my brain.
Well, most of the time
Yeah, 2D8. So it'll be 1,
he started his game here.
2,
Yeah.
on. So that's going to be 9 points.
Oh, nice.
For
Yep,
Berkeld.
you'll spring back up. I mean, you'll on the ground probably, but you.
And
Yeah.
Elton will be shouting, "Get up and fight, woman!"
Oh, Daniel, should I roll for the wand again?
Yep, and now roll for the wand, exactly.
Okay. Oh, that's an 8.
Ooh.
Oh, fantastic. And that's 3 rounds. So after 3 rounds...
It explodes and takes your head off.
No.
Is this going to get really dark?
No.
After
Okay.
it goes down.
After 3 rounds, must take a test of Constitution or asphyxiate. Okay, so let's see. Test of Con. Oh, no, that was a fail. This is stating further. Okay, all right. Yeah, she starts to actually stagger back. And you can see that she's turning blue. Well, she's purple, so maybe you can't see she's turning blue. But she definitely can't breathe now. You can see that she's starting to, her eyes are watering, and you can really see that she's not doing well from this thing down her throat. You can only take so much of a metal coil with spikes going down your throat. Oh, God. That's just terrible. Brighill, you're back on your feet. What would you like to do this round?
When she comes back up, she looks towards Ortan and says, "Okay, I will finish her then." And she sees the woman stagger back, choking or whatever, and she goes after her with her scimitar.
Excellent.
That's what she's going to do. And go ahead and roll to hit.
Well, we're just
Part of the
stating actions
same-
right now.
okay, I didn't know if it was part of the
You,
same.
you can keep that if you want. It doesn't matter. I saw you were going for it, so I was like, you can just roll it if you want. But yeah, we're just stating actions right now. You're going to attack her. Panesta?
I'm going to try to break
are-
out of the vine.
Okay. Ultan?
Does magic go before melee?
It does.
Then I'm going to go spell one more time.
Okay. So let's roll initiative. Crystal, roll for the bad guys. I mean, the party, rather. I rolled for the bad guys. They go 1.
3.
All right, you're going to go first. Magic. Ultan.
I'm going to cast Omen on Berkeld.
Oh, nice.
So the next saving throw or attack roll that you make, you roll 3 dice and pick the one you like.
All righty.
Right. And now we're in melee, right? So, Brickhild.
All right, let's see if Altan's Omen is going to help her. Wow, I'm glad you gave it to me. I had a 3, a 6, and a 17, so I'll take
Nice.
the 17. And it do 6 points of damage with the scimitar.
Fantastic. Yeah, she staggers back. She can't breathe. She's barely standing. Panesta, you're wrapped up in a vine.
Yes, I will try to slice my way out. That is hourglass 2.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Or 3 points of damage.
Okay, do another d20 for the save to see if they let it go of you.
Okay. No, probably not. I rolled a 16.
Nope, you're good at making saving throws. Okay, on that note, let's see. She is... Okay, so now we're doing a test of Constitution. Okay, the referee must... Okay, well, take a deep No further test. Okay, here we go. 1d6 cumulative damage per round. Oh, so now roll a d6. So it won't be d8 anymore. It'll be a d6.
Okay. Me?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you got the one, so you might as well do it.
Yep.
Keep rolling high.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 3.
Okay, that's exactly enough. Yeah, so she's like, and you see her body, it's falling to the ground. And as it does, it turns to smoke and flies, goes off through the cracks in the floor. And of course the wand, like the coils fall on the ground. You know, they're like bouncing around or whatever. And the vines actually retract. And they start to pull back into that room. So they actually let you go.
Cool.
You had a wand too,
And-
you said?
No, the wand that because when you shoot this wand, it's like a taser, so like the things are stuck out from the wand. Yeah. So it was like, yeah. You know, of course, you press the button again, and they retract back in. Also, roll 2d4 there for the wand.
2d4?
Yeah, because we've used it twice, so it uses the d4 charges each time.
2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, so we've used 4 charges so far. What we did start with. I'm just going to tell you because you're a better keeper track stuff than I am. That's what you get for being on top of things. Wow, that's a really good magic item. Holy crap! It's gross, but it's good.
Well, I don't have to keep it. Ultan or Brickhill could have.
That's a key.
You know, the party has it. However you guys want to use it. Yeah, it's pretty good though. It had, I think, 50. It had 52 charges, and we used 4, so it's got 48 charges left.
All right.
Yeah, you can see these vines are still alive, and they're still kind of like, but they're not. They're like, I mean, you just killed the mistress or whatever, so they seem to have retreated temporarily.
I do not
into the
know
corner.
where the druid lady. She didn't come this way, but we've defeated this woman. We've not heard from Vin. We should need to go and check on him, I think, now, as you suggested, Ultan.
Yes, just wish I knew what manner of vile creatures this lord and lady were, but it matters not now. They are vanquished as they should be. Let's go. He turns and just starts walking toward the door, expecting everyone to follow.
Of course. Yeah.
That's right, Megalomania. Oh, I love it. All right, let me check something here. Wow, I can't believe that you killed both of them. Really? No, I mean, it was tight. I mean, I believe it.
Close one.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm just checking something because I know you're going to see to get the pics. Oh, okay. Okay, good. So you go back into the dining room area, and you see quite a sight. The 3 people, the druid and the other 2 men, are on their hands and knees, retching, like throwing up and weeping and it seem to be in they're having some kind of a fit, and more hideous than that is the body of Ven on the table, his chest cut wide open from his chest to his groin, pulled apart, his ribs snapped, broken, and his intestines pulled out and splattered all over the table. Yeah.
Which one of you did this, Brickhill will say?
So they actually strangely enough, the twitchy guy, he looks up and he says, it was the creatures. They controlled our minds. They made us do terrible, terrible things. They must be dead, or their spells have been broken somehow, I, and then he starts throwing up again. Like he's already thrown up everything he has in him, so he's like spitting up bile and blood.
I reach forward and touch Breakhill on the arm, and I say, "The stew with the sausage. It was rotten and putrid, and yet they ate it as though it were the shrimp paste from Port Greeley. Delicious. And now that the Lord and Lady are dead, you see now that they suffer for what they have done. I believe this man. I believe that they were weak-minded and they were controlled."
Does the big guy, does he still appear to be injured? Of course,
Oh, yeah.
I don't-
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was actually. He was down to 1 hit point. So yeah, you can see. You can see big. Yeah, he's cut open and he's bleeding out. Just because the way the game works, he's not going to die because he has 1 hit point left. But he's basically. You can see he's very injured. Yeah, like he's been in a fight clearly.
Yeah, Brickhill will turn back towards Oltan and go, "You are correct, but one of these must pay for what they have done to Vin, and it would appear this one is the one that attacked them." Brickhill will put her spear through that guy's head.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. He doesn't resist at all, and he just drops. And the other two look, and they have this look of fear in their eyes, like they don't know what you're going to do to them. Of course, they're just completely. They're like I said, they're weeping, and there's they've been puking so much, there's blood coming up out of their mouths, and they're just bright red eyes, and they're kind of looking at you. And let's leave it there. Actually, that seems like a good place to leave things. So that was excellent, guys. Wow, well done killing the bad guys. And we will pick it up and see what else is going on in this strange manor next time.
Breakhill, that was a little dark at the end.